Lahore, are you ready to entertain Pakistan? It's loud enough. Well, I've got the two captains and the match referee, and before we go for the toss, we've got a specially minted coin here, supplied by the Nestle Fruta Vitals. So it has pina colada and margarita on one end and on the other side. So what is it going to be? I'll only leave it to your senses then. Darren Same is the home captain. Roshan Manama is the match referee, flown from Sri Lanka. And here we go then.
Height, please. Heads is the call.
Heads is the call.
It is heads.
It's come down as a head. क्या आपने डिसाइड किया?
रमेश भाई बॉलिंग करेंगे पहले.
कैसी पिच लग रही है?
रमेश भाई देखने में तो बहुत अच्छी पिच लग रही है और थोड़ा सा ड्यू का फैक्टर है, तो इसलिए पहले बॉलिंग कर रहे हैं और कोशिश करेंगे कम से कम स्ट्रिक करेंगे.
घर में आके प्रेशर ज़्यादा है या कम हो गया है?
अरे भाई ऑब्वियसली प्रेशर है, होम क्राउड के सामने खेलने हैं और बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है, बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड है और इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे कि अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलें और इस मैच को जीतें.
आप अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलते हुए आ रहे हैं, क्लोज मैच जीते हैं, कुछ क्लोज मैच हारे भी हैं. फाइनल को किस तरह से इसका प्रेशर डिफ्लेक्ट करेंगे?
रमेश भाई बिल्कुल देखें, पिछले साल की तरह पिछले साल भी था, हम लोग फाइनल में अच्छी क्रिकेट खेली. ऑब्वियसली प्रेशर है इस बार भी. इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे जिस तरह हम लोग प्रेशर ज़्यादा नहीं लेंगे, जिस तरह पहले खेलते हुए आ रहे हैं उससे और अच्छा खेलने की कोशिश करेंगे और फाइनल को जीतने की कोशिश करेंगे.
की प्लेयर्स मिस करें अपने ओवरसीज, उससे कॉम्बिनेशन कुछ खराब हुआ है या नहीं?
रमेश देखें बिल्कुल चारों की प्लेयर थे हमारे, चारों फॉरनर प्लेयर्स नहीं हैं और जो प्लेयर्स आए हैं कोशिश करेंगे उनके साथ जो अच्छी बेस्ट पॉसिबल टीम बन सकती है वो बनाइए.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया और एंजॉय करें.
थैंक यू.
Well, Darren, well done, and thanks for making the trip to Lahore. We're all very proud of you. And now to the cricket basics then. You are batting first.
Yes, it looks like a good wicket. Last game we lost the toss and we scored 180, so it looks like a good wicket. Hopefully we could do that. Field looks good, the atmosphere is great, so it's about entertaining the fans there, and hopefully Peshawar could come out victorious.
I don't know whether you've had time to sample the friendliness of the Lahoris, but I just hope that you stay back and just flavor what we have on offer here.
Yes, you know, before we got to the finals, you know, my good friend Lala Afridi, you know, he said to me, bro, if we get to the finals, you must come to Lahore and play. It will be good for me, it will be good for the country. And you know, I just want to give him the thanks for firstly giving me the captaincy and trusting the team in confidence in me, the team. And now that we're here, big up to Shahid Afridi for helping me make my decision to come here. And hopefully we could come out and entertain, like I said. But at the end of the day, what is important, I want cricket to be the winner.
Absolutely, any team changes at all.
Well, we've had an enforced one. Shahid got his finger split, so Iftikhar comes in for Shahid.
Have a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
Right then, the news from the centre out here is that Gladiators have won the toss and elected to bowl first. And well, it's a new combination that has to be developed or was developed in a space of 24 hours, 48 hours. And they've been led really well by Sarfraz. He's street smart, he's a smart cookie. And what he has done well as a leader is made them play together as a unit. He knows each other's psyche, he knows the psyche of his players. He's played a lot of club cricket with a few of his mates, and that seemed to have worked well.
Yeah, Sarfraz has been particularly impressive this tournament, particularly with the way he's used his spin bowlers. I think he's used his spin bowlers as an attacking weapon for him. And I think he's been a standout captain through this competition. He's been very, very impressive.
Leading from the front, Sarfraz with a big dip before the sides here. It's an epic moment for Pakistan, for Pakistanis, and of course for this beautiful game we call cricket, and we love it so much. What do you think of the passion, Mickey?
I think it's fantastic, you know, to be able to sit in Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore and see a packed house for an occasion like this. Unbelievable.
Milan and in-form batsman Kamran Akmal, who played beautifully the other day, got 100. The first 100 for HBL PSL 2010-17. Played some magnificent shots, Kamran Akmal.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, it was against us and the Karachi Kings, but he did bat very, very well. He thrives on wit, so I expect the Quetta Gladiators here to come a little bit straight at him and just try and cramp him up, because if you give him a little bit of wit, he tends to hit you extra cover too long off. Interesting, it looks like Anwar Ali also going to bowl. I think they obviously missed Tamil Mills now, and Ali's going to take that role.
David Malan has been in good form as well. Very good timer of the ball, sweet through the offside. Good numbers, best of 56. Oh, straight away a bit of spin. And that is why Sarfraz is not that predictable. Zulfikar Babar may not spin the ball a lot, but it's a surface that is devoid of grass, so the ball may just grip. There are a few cracks here and there as well, so could be a good move.
I haven't seen the pitch from the ground itself, but it plays a typical Lahore pitch. Looks a good batting deck, no grass at all, nicely rolled in. So it'll be hopefully, I think the way the wicket is, it'll be a high-scoring game here.
Let's hope so, and I think the public deserves that. I expect Zulfikar Babar here to come straight at the front pad of David Malan. Malan also swept very well, and he hits through the offside well. So I expect his lines to be straighter, and I expect him to come straight at his front pad.
So it got two fielders outside the circle, square leg on the boundary, and as Australians call it, cow corner, mid-wicket. Between mid-wicket and mid-on, there's a fielder there.
Yeah, and those have been his go-to areas. That's where he's looked to hit the spinners. He sweeps slogs, and he sweeps. So they're protecting that boundary, protecting that shot.
Here we go then. First ball of the final. Ball at a slow pace, and well, Malan off the mark. Zalmi off the mark as well.
That'll ease just a little bit of his nerves. Always good to get off the mark first ball. You want to get into the game. You want to get away, and Malan's done that. Interesting to see how Cameron Akmal's going to play now.
Depends on Cameron Akmal, in-form batsman, played brilliantly in this PSL 2017. Look at the crowd, it's packed.
Very good against spin, hits the ball hard and straight when the spinner is operating. Otherwise, he's sweep through square, cuts the ball nicely, flicks it well as well. But down the ground against spin is his go-to shot. It's once again not zipped through, nicely bowled at a fairly slow pace.
Yeah, I'm impressed by Zulfi's pace. I think it would have been easy for him just to go quick first up, but he's bowled the ball really slowly, which has been very interesting.
Brave move, good pace as well, slow pace. That's why he's so good. He's so experienced. Short delivery, pull. There's a fielder there. Fast outfield, first boundary for Quetta. Beg your pardon with Peshawar.
Yeah, that set up very nicely for Akmal to hit it crisply through mid-wicket. So he's off the mark with a good shot, this time on the shorter side of Babar.
Yeah, as much as we gave Zulfi credit in the first two balls, that delivery, the one thing you need to do is when you bowl the ball slow like he has been, you've got to make them hit you off the front foot. And if they hit you off the back foot, it becomes a free hit. For Zalmi, it's been interesting. Cameron Akmal's got off to a fast start, which has allowed David Malan just to play. And so, it'll be interesting if Quetta can get into and get out Cameron Akmal. It'll be interesting to see how Malan's role changes.
They're reworking the field. Is not happy. In one of the other performances, he bowled on the shorter side and was pinned for runs. So what's happening now? Something to do with the lights? Well, the lights are blinking. Yeah, I think that seems to be a major distraction. So they'll have to be switched off. Nobody wants this. Cameron Akmal once again off to a very good start. Watch out for his form, because on his own he can win this final for Zalmi.
Yeah, he can, and he's certainly been incredible by getting off to such a fast start and setting tempo and setting tone for the rest of the innings.
Oh, yes. Finds the gap, and once again the timing was flawless. In good form, and you've got to be careful if you're flighting the ball and not pushing it through. The length has got to be in the right area.
Clever cricket, waited for it, and then played. There were three fielders there, and he took his time, created that gap between point fielder and backward point fielder. Second boundary.
Again, it was the length allowed Cameron Akmal to play off the back foot, and if he does that, he's going to punish you.
Next room once again looking to cut the ball off the back foot. A strong player off the back foot. It's a slow pitch, so you've got to adjust your length. You've got to pitch the ball really up, because he can then make his own length. If the ball is in that general goal length area, he can go back, use the crease, get on to his favorite shot, which is the cut shot. Oh, finds the gap once again. Massive beginning for the Zalmis, and Cameron Akmal has got 3 boundaries in that over. For them, it's 13 without a wicket.
Yes, Peshawar and Moin Khan are going to be very disappointed by that first over. So often the first over sets tone, and tone is the most important thing.
Well, Hafiz is slotted to be at number 3. In the previous game, he waited and they sent Samuels in before him, which could have backfired, because Hafiz had played a scintillating innings, 60-odd in no time.
Yeah, I think we'll see the same tonight. If they get off to a good start, they might slot Samuels in at 3. If they lose an early wicket, Hafiz will come in.
Perfect pitch, Waz. Looks a beauty.
It really does. Ball is coming nicely on the bat. Good T20 pitch. This was the last ball of the last over. Look at this, beautifully timed. No chance for a fielder at the point. Third boundary. 13 for none in 1.1. That's a solid start by Peshawar.
Anwar Ali, very good with change of pace. Very apt at it. Yeah, that's a nice looking shot. Once again, the timing was extremely good this time from the left-hander. Against medium pace, I think that's an excellent weapon to have for a batsman. Just walk out of the crease and make your own gaps. He's not going to threaten you with a short ball. And to nullify his advantage with his line and length, I think that's an excellent medium to go to.
Yeah, he's done that exceptionally well, and what it does do is it puts the bowler off his lines and off his lengths. I think the key for Anwar Ali now is to hit the deck hard. He can see exactly what he's doing. He's got to have a comeback here, either a really good short ball or hit him straight on the front pad.
Not happy with the backdrop. The lights blinking again.
Average first inning score here at Gaddafi Stadium is 150. That's T20 format I'm talking about. So Peshawar, perfect start, 15 for none in 1.2 against the Quetta Gladiators.
Yeah, they've set tone well, haven't they? These two in the 7 balls they've faced. So for us to be disappointed, because I'm not sure it was, but at point the guy dived over one and the guy's knocked one on the boundary there. And tone again is so important in the first couple of overs of a 2020 game.
That's a wide down the leg side, even though he was shuffling across towards the offside, but still is a wide ball down the leg side. With Zulfikar Babar, the idea to flight the ball may not be a natural, instinctive ball for him, because he's so good at that faster delivery, aiming the pads. Well, Pepsi catch a crore. We saw plenty of good catches in the UAE. Be ready for one now.
It's got to be 100 meters plus here, because the stands are way back.
Shot ball and taken care of. It's a maximum, and what a strike by the left-hander, and glorious form. That ball wasn't such a menacing one, and Milan all okay with that length.
Yeah, Milan hit that fantastically well. The idea was right. Anwar Ali had to go to the short ball there because he had come down the wicket at him, but the execution just got that wrong.
Matched it, first 6 of the finals, shot delivery, pulled, there was a fielder there over him for the maximum. They're off the Peshawar, 22 for none, 1.3 overs, that's it.
Very confident start for the final. Shrugging off any nerves. I think it's the fielding side that seems to be a bit unnerved by this onslaught.
Yeah, you're spot on with that, Ramiz. The fielding side looked pretty rattled. Again, I don't want to harp on the point, but the tone's set early, and certainly the Peshawar Zalmi have taken that tone straight up and are running with it. And Quetta are the team under some serious pressure now. The only way they can get this back is by taking wickets.
It's a drive, finds the gap, glorious shot making from the left-hander. Really was majestic.
Unbelievable start by the Peshawar Zalmi. Ideal start. David Milan is in good nick. He's got 25 ball 50 against Quetta. In a previous game they played together, and he's off 15 of 6. Good cricketing shot.
I think that's the key, Wasim. I think you're exactly right. They've all been good cricket shots. Now it's really important that somebody from Quetta stands up and stops us now. Otherwise it could get ugly.
Well, a partnership of 28 from 13. It's 28 without a wicket. Well, terrific start, to say the least. Zalmi, 28 without a wicket in no time. It's an excellent combination, right and left hand, and both batsmen in sublime form. Right, bit of Riyad Emirates now, seeing him for the first time in this HBL PSL. An all-round cricketer from the Windies. That's played away nicely off his pads for a run. That is an important element of this partnership also. Let's see whether they can build pressure not only by 4s or 6s, but by rotation of strike, just keeping it simple in between.
That's important, because if you get into the mode of just looking for boundaries, you tend to lose out on the 1s and 2s. They need to do, just to go back to Riyad Emirates, I think he's a fantastic cricketer. He came through the West Indies system with the likes of Darren Sammy, Andre Russell, the likes of those guys playing. So he hasn't, I don't think he's got the chances that he actually deserved. And he's got a pretty sexy hairstyle there as well, a little bit like Andre Russell.
He's definitely got the mail. He's averaging under 20 in T20 format. That's a very good average, and 99 wickets.
Well, he summed up the pitch, or he has summed up the pitch very early. Very comfortable, pulling the ball, driving the ball, playing spin well. Right, this is the seat to occupy, the HBL VIP box. There they are.
It's one of those pitches, Ramiz, I reckon, where as a fast bowler, you should be using a lot more variation. You know, it's a typical flat Lahore pitch where variation, slow balls are also very crucial.
Hitting the length. So far, it's all been seam-up stuff from Emirates.
Yeah, that looks like the length to hit. If you hit it just back of a length, there seems to be just a little bit of an offer. and the batsman can't just hit through the line. So he's summed up the length there pretty well. Again, we'll reiterate the point, and that Zalmi now need to keep rotating strike. Instead of just looking for boundaries, needs to be having the ability to drop the ball for one and run, just to keep that scoreboard moving.
That's into the gap. May just find the fence. Desperate effort, I think that's hit the fence. Given by the fielder as well. Once again, got to admire the timing and the placement. He is looking glorious.
Really is sensibly played shot. It's a lightning fast outfield. Anything into the gap will race away to the boundary. Roll of the wrist. He knew where the square leg fielder was in front of the umpire. He played it behind. Good effort, but not good enough in the end. Another boundary for Kamran Akmal.
Yeah, that's amazingly timed. That really is. The pitch looks sensational, and the outfield, as you said, Wasim and Ramiz, is so quick. This is fantastic. And the thing that they won't have is a reference point, because normally you get a reference point, you can know in Sharjah or Dubai what the average scores are, but they're playing here for the first time, you don't really know.
Trying to keep the ball in middle and leg stump range. And that's the effect of this wonderful partnership. They've gone just a little bit negative because they've been hit everywhere.
I think that's the key, though, Ramiz, particularly to guard. And I know when we set up our team meeting to Kamran Akmal, that's the lines we wanted to bowl to him. You don't want to give him any width, because if you allow him to cut and pull, he's going to hit you. He's going to hit you for fours here. You want to come into his pads to try and make him hit you through the leg side.
Readjusting the field, last ball of the over. So long on's been positioned. Fine leg third man, both in the circle now. That's a good delivery to end the over. Bit of a slip in his follow through, but nothing serious. 34 without a wicket, Zalmi. That's a lovely pic. It's the HBL drone sending us pictures of a full house. Place to be, Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. Right then, what do you think? Who do you think will win the final? Vote now at the PSL T20. Too early really to predict, but one thing we can safely assume, it's going to be a tall scoring final. Pitch is a lovely one. You have to make a mistake to get out. Mohammad Nawaz, who bowled that precious last over to win the game for the Gladiators, didn't concede 5. I think 5 was required. Bowled 3 dots. 7 was required. A bit of spin for the left armour. Is different to Zulfikar Babar. Zulfikar Babar doesn't have a natural spin. This fellow can have a bit of an effect on the ball.
And Quetta Gladiators have relied on their spinners all the way in this PSL. They mostly played 3 left-arm spinners, and it worked for them. And let's see what happens today. Peshawar to a perfect start, 35 for none.
Yeah, the spinners have done exceptionally well, and they're all slightly different. Even though they're all left-arm spinners, they all bowl at a different place. I like Nawaz, and Nawaz's pace is very good, and I thought he showed great skill and temperament to get them over the line the other night.
Quicker ball, miscues this one, mistimes it. It's a dot. A dot is a precious delivery at this stage, because every dot will make that run rate go down a bit.
Yeah, well, so the thing Nawaz will do is he does vary his pace. He's generally quicker with his slower ball being his variation, so it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Misfield at that point. I think he wasn't quick enough really to cut it off. Great hitting square through the offside by Ahmad.
Really good cricket from Peshawar, especially for Kamran Akmal. 21 of 12 waited and just played that shot between the gap. 5th boundary for Kamran Akmal. Strike rate of 175.
Well, I thought the leg umpire was perfectly placed to stop that 4. It was threaded through beautifully. There's that straight drive, working the angle, hitting the ball in a different zone, showing a bit of calmness. I think that is what you get if you're in form. Calmness and control.
Yeah, he's being impressive at the moment. What I liked with Nawaz was he got that fuller. He got that fuller, so he was hit to his fielder out on the boundary where he set his man. And that, for Nawaz, it's so important that he's hit off the back foot, hit off the front foot and not hit off the back foot.
Flick almost working for Nawaz. Taking a lot of risk on this occasion. Don't need to do that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. He doesn't need to do it. They've got off to such a good start. Such a good start. That was so close. Under edge, nearly going onto the stumps.
Quicker one, and that's well stopped. Not a bad over at all, just 7 from it, 41 without a wicket. It's a good delivery. Once again, targeting middle and leg stump channel.
Yeah, but the length is the most important thing, as Waz would know. That length is so good because he can't get back, and it's sort of in between. He can't get back, can't get forward. Coming into his body, all he can do is just knock it into the covers for no run.
Perfect length, back of a length coming in, not giving him enough room. That's where he's very, very strong, either side of the pitch. Kamran Akmal is in good nick, 22 of 14. 41 for none in 4.1.
He gets it wrong on this occasion. Not really. That must have brushed something. He says no, nothing doing. Not given a wide.
It's so nice to see Kamran Akmal in such good form, and he's really played well. I think where Quetta would have tried to have gone was particularly like Riyad Emirates bowled the last ball, was bring it back into his front pad.
Change of field, third man is up, and Midon has gone back.
Well, that was a Q Mobile selfie moment. Plenty of selfies will be taken throughout the night.
.42 for none Peshawar. Mickey, let me tell you, Lahore, also called the Paris of the East, the City of Gardens, and Data Ki Nagri.
Data Ki Nagri. It certainly is a beautiful city, and I've had the privilege of staying here for a bit, and it's very green. It's good to be here.
And the most precious commodity is people of Lahore.
I will say food.
No, yeah, food as well, Waz. But people are obviously, I mean, they're made for hospitality. Yes, thank you. Yes, it's done the job. He's been outstanding. 100th T20 wicket for Emirates. And he deserved one because he's bowling a lovely channel. Sir Vivian is happy, chappy. And the dugout becomes live once again. David Malan miscuing that one, mistiming a drive, and credit to Emre for creating that doubt in his mind and creating that bit of inconsistency through the offside. Big inside edge, takes care of Milan for 17, and it's 42 for 1. Samuels is in at number 3, marking his guard. Loads of experience. He's a big match player, Marlon Samuels. His record in the final is pretty special.
Inside edge, around the wicket, onto his stumps. The breakthrough Quetta wanted. They got it in the 5th over.
Slow ball, oh, very close to diving Sarfraz. That will go and hit the fence, but Hamlet will almost befuddle the batsman with a slow ball. Good delivery first up.
Interesting, they went to the bouncer to Samuel's first up. Tamil Mills got him out, caught a short leg in a round robin game, and so it was obviously a ploy. It was obviously a plan to go short at him, and nearly paid off.
I think on a slow pitch like this could be a mode of dismissal. A little bit of low bounce, lack of pace, and you can do that. Just dragging the ball back into the stumps. It's 46 for 1 after 5.
46 for 1 after 4.
.46 for 1 at the moment here. Dean Jones with you, and Bazid Khan and the great Waqar Yunus coming in now for the next few overs. Very, very good start indeed it is for Peshawar. Another over to go in the power play, and right at the moment they're on top. Pulls it away. Oh, they'll get 2. Should get 2. They only get 1. Fantastic start by Peshawar, gentlemen. Well on the way here, really making a big score, one would think. Laid down a very good platform.
And you would think that they bowled a little too short to Kamran Akmal. Samuels in. But the spinner's just giving him too much time. He's cut and he's stayed on the back foot. He's in form, but need to push it up to Kamran Akmal.
Hello Dino, and hello Bazid, and hello viewers. What a special day for Pakistan today. It's we waited for a long time for this sort of a day. The stadium is full. Full credit to PCB. And it's an amazing scenes here today. And also, Dino, thank you very much for turning up here and also coaching one of the side.
Well, I've been trying to actually get in the crowd to catch a crawl. And pretty hard to catch one up here in the 4th level. Samuels needs to hit one big one at the moment. Or Cameron Akmal. But no, it's nice to be here and back in Lahore and see the smiles on the fans' faces. It's absolutely brilliant. Now, what has happened there? The arm ball skidded through. Is it boys? It is. Wow. There's the 50 up.
Trucks there and Peshawar are well on their way, but this ball might just cause a little bit of concern because it stayed low. Not.
There's the end of the over. What a good one. 52 for 1 after the power play. Welcome back, everyone. Yeah, a really good toss, I think, to win. But Peshawar really put the foot down the first 6 overs, 52 for 1. And that's a very, very good platform, it must be said. Full house in, full house. They've been sitting here since 4:30 this afternoon with all the security, but they've done a great job. Hassan with an arm ball there, down the ground for 1.
I see a ball staying low a little bit, and this is not usual for Gaddafi Stadium. Gaddafi Stadium is always a very fine pitch. It comes onto the bat very nicely, but so far in the 6 overs, we have seen a couple of deliveries staying low. That's a good delivery. Full length, and just a little bit of drift on it too.
There's the arm ball. See the seam? It's going down towards fine leg. Beautifully executed. You can't bowl that as a left arm orthodox. Don't bother turning up. Ahmad Azim, very, very good at it. Hassan's been brilliant right throughout this whole tournament, Bazit. I've been most impressed.
Come on, boys! Come on, boys! Ahmad!
Bit of a misbill, but just on Hassan, just his temperament, the attitude he's brought into this PSL. It's his first real big outing, and he's been superb in the field, and he's held his own while bowling left arm spin.
Looking for the ball to spin, it's not there. Samuels just hasn't quite measured this pitch yet.
Yeah, a little bit more on the pitch, Dino.
7 overs gone, it's 54 for 1.
Peshawar Zalmi के कितने फैंस हैं और कोयटा ग्लैडिएटर्स के कितने फैंस हैं? Peshawar Zalmi!
Boom Boom's in the house. There his right hand, his right paw. It's 12 stitches in between his middle finger and his index finger. There's no way known he could have played, folks. It'll take him, gee, at least a month or so to get over that. That's a really serious injury for any cricketer, particularly on his bowling hand as well. That was an awful injury for him, and they definitely will miss him. Peshawar, there's no doubt about it. They brought Iftikhar in for him for this match. Now they're taking the pace off the ball. Navas comes on.
Quetta Gladiators must have been hoping that there will be dew later on, so the batting will become a little bit easy. At the moment, the ball's stopping a little bit, keeping a little bit low. So batting is not that easy. Yes, they got runs on the board against the paces. It's not easy.
That was an inquiry. No DRS tonight, folks, just letting you know. And backing away there, following really good piece of bowling. Just went a bit early. Cagey customer, Navas. Oh, he went for the big one. He didn't get it. Bit of pressure just starting to show here towards Cameron Akmal.
It's so hard in T20 cricket to finish what you're talking because it moves so fast. I was just talking about the pitch, the Gaddafi Stadium pitch. It's been so good in the past. I remember the days we played. I remember a knock Ijaz Ahmed played against India here. It was a belter. And this one is normally on a Gaddafi Stadium pitch. There's a little bit of grass, not green but brown grass, and they roll it on, and it just makes the ball come onto the bat very nicely. But this one looks very bare. This looks just a mud roll kind of a pitch.
You got a good memory, Waqar. That was last century. Down the ground. Will only get one. A lot of ones at the moment, Baz. I think they'll be slightly concerned.
You played here, Dino? You played here?
Well, you want me to bring up the 1987 semi-final World Cup win?
What did you do? What was the score?
I think we won that pretty easy.
I'm not talking about the team.
The Test match we lost here.
No, I'm talking
the great
about
Torsiv Ahmed knocked me over, and he reminds me every day.
Okay.
One of the great men I've ever met in my life, Torsiv Ahmed. Love him. Oh, he's cut that off the stumps. Very well fielded again. I'm going to get one, so 8 overs gone, 57 for 1. Good start by Peshawar. They lost the toss. They're batting first. Milan went for 17. 27 for Akmal off 26 deliveries. And Samuel 7 from 10. Oh, there we go. Selfies everywhere. Q Mobile selfie moment. Wasmanaya had a couple of you, Bazard, today. It's fantastic. Had to get the wide angle lens in though. Magnificent shot behind square. It was in the air for a while, but just too good.
And boy, did Peshawar need this. 19 balls since the boundary, and this time again, once again, that cut shot. You don't bowl short and wide to Kamran Akmal. He's hit all his boundaries there, and Quetta not learning.
Oh, it was catchable. Maybe a really good catch. Yeah, even Anwar Ali probably was hoping that it might just stick.
Work down the ground. That's what the batsmen have got to do. They've got to look where they can get 4, where can they get 1, but they've bowled really well here. Hasn't been a lot of boundaries.
Waqar could tell us more about this, but on this pitch you think you want to bowl straight because the ball's maybe staying a touch low if anything.
Yeah, you're right, Bazir, because on this sort of pitch when the ball's keeping low, it's so important to bowl within stumps. You bowl anything away from the stumps, you get punished.
Well, another single there. Sanab, who have you got for us down there?
Yes, I'm here with Shahzad Roy. Shahzad, वो एक ख्वाब था कि PSL का फाइनल लाहौर में हो गया. It's now actually happening. You know, how do you see it?
ओपनिंग पर आप सही बात हो रही थी कि आई होप कि यहाँ पर हो, पर लेकिन आज का मैच लोग समझ रहे हैं पेशावर और क्वेटा के दरमियान है, पर मुझे लगता है कि आज का मैच पाकिस्तान और दहशतगर्दी के दरमियान है. और आई थिंक ये मैच पाकिस्तान जीत चुका है ख़त्म होने से पहले. और पहला वो झंडा भी गाड़ दिया इस बैटल का कि दहशतगर्दी को हमने कह दिया कि नहीं हो सकती इस मुल्क में, और ये मैच पाकिस्तान दहशतगर्दी के खिलाफ जीत चुका है.
अच्छा शहजाद, व्हाट अबाउट द एटमॉस्फेयर है? यू नो, ऑब्वियसली हम देख रहे हैं कि ज़ल्मी फैंस जो हैं कुछ ज़्यादा लग रहे हैं. यू नो, लाला के सपोर्ट में सब आ जाते हैं, लेकिन ओवरऑल द वे यू नो देव कम आउट टू सपोर्ट, व्हाट आर योर फीलिंग्स बीइंग हियर?
मैं और शाहिद आफरीदी इज़ वेरी डियर फ्रेंड, हम इकट्ठे फ्लाइट पर अभी आए और हम यही डिस्कस कर रहे थे उनके हाथ के बारे में सारी चीज़ें. बट दिल से मैं चाहूँगा कि क्वेटा जीते, बिकॉज एक तो बलूचिस्तान से जो हमारा प्यार भी है और हमेशा हम सोचते हैं कि इस सूबे को आगे आना चाहिए, तो मेरा अपना दिल है कि बलूचिस्तान जीते.
थोड़ा सा आप कहेंगे कि ज़ल्मीज़ को एडवांटेज है क्योंकि उनकी सारी टीम जो है ऑब्वियसली यहाँ पे है एंड क्वेटा की रिप्लेसमेंट्स आई हैं?
जी, उनके सारे प्लेयर्स चले गए थे क्वेटा के, इससे बहुत नुकसान होता है. बट लेकिन एंड ऑफ द डे आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि ये मैच 2020 के अंदर फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता कि कौन कितना बड़ा प्लेयर है या कम एक्सपीरियंस है. एंड ऑफ द डे आखिरी बॉल्स पर मैच आके जब फंसता है, ज़्यादातर यही हुआ है PSL के अंदर. तो मैं तो इन्जॉय कर रहा हूँ, दुआ कर रहा हूँ कि क्वेटा जीते और बल्ले बल्ले इन्जॉय कर रहा हूँ इधर.
चले, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका शहजाद एंड एंजॉय योरसेल्फ.
थैंक यू सो मच. थैंक यू.
Thanks very much, Zanab. Shahzad Roy, the singer. You got a lot of albums of his, Bazard, at home. And it's a very good over there for Quetta. End of the over, 9 overs gone, 64 for 1. The lights are on and it's a full house here at Lahore, and right now they need to get a wriggle on. They've pulled it back here, Quetta, beautifully. 64 for 1. The last 3 overs, just 12 runs scored. So, continuing on. Oh, it's a big. Is it going? Is it going? It's gone!
If one player can play the spin well and in form is Kamran Akmal. Use of the feet and got right close to the pitch. It's a long hit and he managed it just a few feet from the boundary.
Good positive use of the feet by Akmal. He said, right, let's have a bit of this. And he's going again inside out for 1. And Samuels now has got to put the foot down.
It's so difficult to bowl Kamran Akmal, especially when he's in this sort of form. You bowl him a little bit short, he cuts you for 4, and then he's always ready. He's very smart. He comes down the pitch and get to the pitch of the ball and hit you straight also. That was just gone a little bit wider from the fielder, and that's gone another boundary. Runs have started flowing again.
How good are these bats? It looked like a leading edge and it almost carried to 6 over extra cover. It's trying to close the face on it. And it's gone over extra cover. No chance for the field. A couple of bounces into the fence.
Yeah, if only I had these bats back in the good old days in the test match here. He's gone again. It's gone for 6. Oh, now we've got a game on here, folks. Quetta under pressure.
Well, Dino, you want Samuels to go, and go he is. That one flatter and through the onside.
Well, that's the beauty of T20. You bowl, you play a couple of bad overs, and then suddenly you'll play an over which will cover the entire thing. A bit like Gale.
He didn't get it, folks. Honestly, he didn't. It's just a little flick and run edge again. Imagine if he got one in the middle. Oh, he was going to line that up and hit it to Trinidad then.
Dino, before we finish, because we've only got 1 ball left before we get off the of the commentary box. I just wanted to let you know that you played a test match here, and that was 1988. You don't want to talk about it. You want to talk about the 60s?
No, I hit shots very similar to this. Oh, the lovely down the pitch over there, the mid-wicket. They're appealing, and he's gone. Big wicket. Akmal gone. Hassan stands up to the pressure, and Quetta fight back.
I let you go, Dino. That's okay. I won't talk about what you did, what Kamran Akmal did, what Quetta did right now. That's more important. Wonderful delivery. There was an arm ball. I think he was plumb. We might come back and watch the replay. But Kamran Akmal, a big wicket gone for 40. He's 82 for 2.
Then Peshawar 82 for the loss of 2 after 10. Looking in good shape. Samuels is run a ball. 118 is his strike rate. Hafiz, who played so well in one of the innings, is out there, and so a lot is expected of him on a pitch like this. He can play spin well. He's got loads of experience. Quite good at hitting the long ball as well. He matches a strike rate of 100 strike rate, whereas not great in T20 terms, but I think it serves the purpose for him because he can bowl as well now.
Yeah, he's bowling now. He's bowled well in the previous game, got a couple of wickets against Karachi. Yeah! Inside out, missed it completely. Nawaz strikes.
And Sir Vivian is at it again. What a lovely piece of bowling here. Just got into a bit of a fix with his footwork. Didn't really follow the ball or the lack of spin on it, and played it all round it. Ball after scoring 19 and it's 82 for 3. Well, Nawaz is turning out to be a catalyst in turning the game back towards the Gladiators with his...
Kamran Akmal trying to sweep here, getting hits on the pad, pretty adjacent to, and plumb in front. And then that was really well bowled. I think young Hassan Khan, I think he's changed his pace pretty well. And then we've seen Nawaz get one to turn and hit the top of off stump. Nawaz did this pretty consistently against Samuels in our series against the West Indies in the UAE. Nawaz tended to have the wood over Samuels, so I was surprised he didn't bowl straight away when Samuels came in.
Khushdil Shah is new to the task.
Emerging player. Got 200 in the last 3 one-days he played in domestic. So very good. 82 for 3 in 10.3.
This is where at the fall of a wicket now, this is the worst thing you want as a batting team. You've got 2 new batsmen at the wicket, both starting on naught. So it's going to be tough. You can get through 3 or 4 overs here as the bowling team very quickly. And
not out as the call, hit him a little high on the thigh. So there's no review for the finals, and so No damage done. It appeared to be high.
Good captaincy here by Sarfraz, getting a slip in here to Hafiz. Really good, clearly looking for wickets.
Nicely played off the back foot with a full face of the blade for a single. 84 for 3. For the loss of 3, and 2 left-armers picking up a wicket apiece. Not bad. Emirates, I think, provided them with a bit of a relief spell. 2 overs, 1 for 11. Bowled tight lines, got the ball to come back into the right-handers. Didn't look rusty at all, playing his first game of the HBL PSL. In fact, selected only for this final.
Yeah, he did. He played against us actually, but we didn't get down to him. I say us Karachi Kings the other night. But again, to have 2 new batsmen at the wicket is gold dust here for Quetta.
Well, normally teams tee off at this stage of the innings, but a couple of wickets in no time has meant pressure on Zalmi. He gets it through. That's bat fielding once again. Just diving over the ball.
Yeah, they've got to stay nice and sharp here in the field. This is a moment, you talk about in big games, you talk about embracing the moment. This is the moment here where they can really stamp their authority here at Quetta and get something pretty not sizable to chase, pretty manageable. So this is the time for them to really seize the initiative.
Yeah, you want to bowl more at the left-hander, new at the crease, and not easy to be featuring in an all-important final. Oh, beats him down the leg side. Magnificent piece of stumping and bowling. This fellow is pretty special, Hassan Khan. He was alert to what was happening. It was given as a wide, but he was stumped by a wide margin, and well, things happening for the Gladiators. This is how they tick the boxes. Never afraid to punch back. Coach Dilshah gone for 1, and it's 86 for 4 now. Right-hand batsman. Didn't feature regularly for the Zalmis, but he's in. Zalmi's in a bit of a pickle. 86 for the loss of 4. Went to attack, not to attack. Rotate the strike. This was a lovely piece of bowling.
Clever thinking by the youngster. Saw him coming. Bowled deck side. And got the wicket. Sarfaraz was quick at it.
Yeah, very well bowled, real good plan, but I think credit there to Safi behind the stumps. Sarfraz there was outstanding.
Almost a flyer for the bowler in his follow-through. He's a tremendous fielder, gives his 100%.
So well through the tournament is when they've got wickets, they've been able to exert pressure, particularly with their left-arm spinners, and they're doing it again tonight.
Good effort by this youngster. Another good delivery, another dot ball. Pressure is building up on Peshawar. 2 new batsmen in Hafiz is on 2. Iftikhar yet to score. This was a couple of balls ago, a drop catch.
Turning out to be a great over, this. Faked end of the over, 87 for the loss of 4.
Peshawar Zalmi, Quetta
Gladiators still in a pensive mood, even though things are working for Moin Khan and his men. 87 for the loss of 4. Zalmi is under the caution bit, losing a bit of flow and rhythm the last couple of overs.
Yeah, and again, it's the spinners that have done it, and we see Zulfikar Baba coming back on again. I've been trying to assess, and it's interesting to hear from you guys what you think a good score is out there. I think batting first, I think anything above 140 is going to be tough to chase down.
And every score here, batting first is 150 at Gaddafi Stadium. So 150 plus, or just over 150 would be ideal from this stage. Right delivery, good variation from Zulfikar Baba, bowling his third.
Well, there's no time to settle down now. Iftikhar is 2 from 4 and Hafiz is 2 from 3. And we know both can take a bit of time to get going. And that may just work in favour of the Gladiators. That's why I think they've done a good job, good thinking on part of the skipper to get Zulfikar Baba back into the attack. They didn't have a happy time of it bowling the first over that went for plenty. Oh, that shot and pull straight to the fielder.
One of the things we worked so hard on Zulfikar Baba when he particularly through the tour of England, was him getting through the crease. And tonight he's just seemed to go back to just putting the ball there. You want him to get through the crease, get over his front leg. That allows him to really turn the ball. And he's just, I don't know whether it's nerves or whatever, he just seems to be putting it there tonight.
I mean, the follow through. It's very important. Another good delivery, good variation. He's drifting the ball in, and then it's turning away from the right-hander.
That was a lot better. That was a lot better. He got over the crease. The other thing that he did do was he splayed his front leg too far, so he ended up bowling around his body, which meant he just undercut the ball. That last ball, though, was particularly good.
One ball.
Excellent stuff. Keeping Iftikhar quiet, keep him on strike. That's what Gladiators will be telling the fielders and the bowler.
What should the plan now by Peshawar? 89 for 4 in 12.4. They've got to get 105 if they can till the 15th over. And then wickets in hand, they can have a go.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the plan. I think that's right, Wes. They can't afford to lose too many wickets now, but saying that, they've got to try and be going at 5s and 6s for the next 2 or 3 overs to allow them to have the opportunity to go at the back end. And one must remember, they haven't got Shahid Afridi tonight. So it's only really Darren Sammy and Chris Jordan at the back end that can do that hitting for them.
It was a massive blow for Peshawar Zalmi. He was playing well in this tournament. Shahid Afridi hit 15 sixes so far, most by any batsman in this HBL PSL 2017. End of the over, 90 for 4 in 13.
और ये वेव जाएगी कार्बन एग्रोजन ये पूरी वेव स्टेडियम में जलती रहनी चाहिए। Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
90 for 4 in 13, Peshawar. Projected score with this run rate 6.92, they go to 138, not good enough, I reckon.
No, not good enough, but if they go 10s to get 160, I think more than enough.
No timing. Right, it's getting a bit tough now for the Zalmis to regain a bit of a lost territory because they need to hit the ball hard, get some 4s and 6s in the kitty, get to 150, 160 at least, because it's the final, obviously. That'll be a decent score, really, to get the opposition in.
Yeah, that would be a very good score, I think, Ramiz. I think if they get to 160, I think that would be really good. The wicket hasn't seemed that easy to bat on in these last couple of overs.
It's turning, it's gripping as well. And the slow ball we saw by Anwari bowled to one of the batsmen, Emirate, it stopped as well.
Yeah, Mohammad Akram will be watching all that and having a word with his bowlers, and they'll get all the intelligence that they can from this innings, and he'll be giving that to his bowlers, and hopefully they can execute that when they bowl.
Yeah, he's going nowhere with this. And he's targeting the stumps. He's only 18 and miles ahead in the mind as a cricketer. He's so very clever with his variations. Just knows how to bowl. He's got a feel for the game. Rare full toss is put away. It should be managed. Oh, that's gone through. It was pretty pedestrian stuff. Who is this? Saad Naseem there. Letting one go through his legs.
Could have been a costly miss here. Was straight to him. I can understand the outfield is fast, but body behind the ball. Keep your eyes on the ball.
Yeah, that's a cardinal error. They're just building pressure, and then you have a fielder let one through his legs. It just bursts the bubble, and no wonder Sarfraz was so animated there. And poor old Saad Naseem, for that effort, has been replaced in the field by somebody else in the hot spot.
Banished. Looking for a trigger moment that can work for the Zalmis. You know, maybe a 4 and a 6, and a misfield like that can give them a bit of a lift once again.
Spot on, Ramiz. Something like that just builds momentum again and gives you that lift, and Sarfraz would have been extremely disappointed.
It's one of those situations, if Peshawar loses wicket, there'll be a tremendous pressure. Another very, very sensible shot from Hafiz, and that takes up 100. 14 overs gone, 101 for 4.
For the loss of 4. It's a good house here. A lot of people supporting the Zalmis, and well, they have to really play well to get out of this wriggle. Last 6 overs to go. And these dots really working in favor of the Gladiators. Let's go down and join Zainab.
The man in form, Kamran Akmal, is here with me. Kamran, आपका फॉर्म जो है वो हम काफ़ी देर से डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि पिछले मैच में एक ज़बरदस्त सेंचुरी फॉलोड विद 40, तो क्या कहेंगे कि पहले सबसे पहले बताइए एटमॉस्फेयर के बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, डेफिनेटली मैं जितनी तारीफ़ करूँ उतनी कम है इस आवाम की, इस पाकिस्तान की लाहौरियों की, जो एक मेरे ख्याल से फुल पैक स्टेडियम है, इतने अरसे बाद कोई इंटरनेशनल लीग फाइनल हो रहा PSL का, इससे बड़ी अचीवमेंट किया। और बड़े हम लोग एक्साइटेड थे जब आए हैं ग्राउंड में, लोगों को देखा और जैसे वेलकम किया दोनों टीमों को, तो मैं कहता हूँ जितना क्रेडिट दें इनकी, जितनी तारीफ करें उतनी कम है।
अच्छा, विकेट कैसा प्ले कर रही है अभी तक जो आपने देखा?
जब पहले 10 ओवर्स तो जितना मैं खेल रहा हूँ उस वक्त तक तो ठीक खेल रहा था, अब थोड़ा सा ग्रिप होना शुरू हो गया, ब्रेक होना शुरू हो गया, आपने देखा होगा स्लो। लेकिन ये है कि पहले 10 ओवर हम लोगों ने अच्छे किए थे, आउट हुआ हूँ मैं, अगर आउट ना होता तो उसके बाद देखिए मैं आउट हुआ तो 3 विकेट एकदम गिर गई, ये थोड़ा प्रेशर आ गया। लेकिन ये हफीज़ फॉर्म में है माशाल्लाह, बड़ी अच्छी फॉर्म में, पहले प्ले ऑफ में बड़ी अच्छी बैटिंग की है। हफीज़ और इफ्तिखार खेल रहे हैं, अगर पूरे 20 ओवर्स खेलें तो इंशाल्लाह 160 170 हो जाएगा।
What about the due factor? Do you think it's going to come into play in this game या फिर नहीं?
अभी देखें दुबई में भी थोड़ी सी ड्यू पड़ी थी, लेकिन ये है कि बड़ा मैच है, प्रेशर वाला है, तो ज़हन में अभी आया नहीं है। लेकिन ये है कि डेफिनेटली ड्यू को भी सामने रख के उतना हम लोग टोटल करें कि डिफेंड कर सकें। हमारी बॉलिंग जैसे है रिस्पॉन्स कर रही है, वहाब है, हसन है, जॉर्डन है, फिर क्या नाम है, असगर है, हफीज़ है, स्पिनर भी हमारे पास अच्छे हैं, फास्ट बॉलर्स भी है, तो इंशाल्लाह पूरी कोशिश करेंगे कि ड्यू फैक्ट ना हम लोगों सोचें और बस फोकस करें कि बस हम लोगों ने खेलना और परफॉर्म कैसे और जीतना कैसे है।
चलें, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कामरान आपका एंड ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू
Strategic time out after this, I think. Nelson on the pad. Very lazy was Iftikhar. An excellent over at this stage of the innings.
Peshawar 104 for 4. Suddenly few wickets fell and things have started getting back into Quetta's control.
Right, so we're into the happy hour, folks. 30 balls to go. Anwar. It's his third over. That'll be a wide. Just looking at some of the wonderful prizes, and of course we're playing for a lot of prizes, the Premiership of course to win tonight, but we had a wonderful motorcycle there to Man of the Match award in our day. Used to win an ashtray. Now they win a motorbike or a car or a trip overseas.
Yeah, one thing you didn't have is the strategic timeout, and we have two coaches in the comm box who had quite a go in that strategic timeout. What did you say, Dino?
No run there. Just have to remind the players of what their roles are, and sometimes, rarely do you ever give a team a kick in the backside. But in my time, when I had a little bit of a chip at the Islamabad team, was just to say who's going to change the game, who wants to take that wicket, who wants to get that run out, who wants to take that catch, who wants to get that catch in the crowd, the Pepsi catch a crawl. 20 of them have gone already. $100,000 up for grabs.
Have you had a go at the boys during the strategic time?
Just once.
There's some of them.
It worked, we won. And I think Islamabad is the only team to defeat both these teams twice. We're just hopeless at beating the others. As Mickey Arthur laughs in the background with Karachi.
Yeah, you know, Peshawar and Quetta in the final, so this shows how good your coaching was.
Well, we've only got another 30 overs to go to actually pass the Premiership on. Of course, Islamabad won it last year, as you know, Basil. So we've got one little star on our jackets to prove that we've won a Premiership. Short of the length, hooks it away for one.
In the pre-match show, or should I say the build-up show, Dino, you were there and you were very clear in your thoughts, saying Peshawar Zalmi is going to cruise it, they're going to win it, no problem. You want to change your mind or something?
Well, as you know, Bakar, that as a commentator you can change your mind as many times as you like, and I will as the night goes on. But runs on the board, as Mickey Arthur says, wins games. This is the time where you want to know what bowlers go to, what type of delivery they go to when they're under pressure, and the same with batsmen. Well, that's beautifully bowled. Where do batsmen go when they're under pressure? Where's their hitting areas? They're all the little things that coaches instill into their bowlers, just to understand whether or not they can get it over 160. What would you take now, Buzzard? 107.4, 25 balls to go. That's a minimum score.
Definitely 150, but you're looking at 160 to make it really competitive.
Well, they need to get a wriggle on. Good bowling here by Anwar. He pumps it away just for one, though. Good fielding.
Also, Dino, as a batsman, it's very important in T20 to be in form. And the man you look at right now is Mohammad Hafiz. He played fantastically when he got that 77 back end of the tournament. He's got back into form. I don't think that Iftikhar is in that brilliant a form to really up the ante. It's Hafiz that you're looking at.
Right now, changes in the fields here. Are they going to bring the third man up? They are. So that's what, here's the third man comes up, the deep, the mid-off goes back, so surely has to bowl a Yorker or a slow ball here, Waka. Surely. They're the things you've got to read as a batsman. So where can you line him up for four? Got to be a Yorker. There it is, and it's a wide.
Yes, it was a Yorker, but a wide one. The line was not right. Length was good. one thing is for sure that during the strategic time, there was a super stoppers, there were ropes going around, and we all thought that there might be a little bit of dew there, but no, have a look at that.
Yeah, no dew there. We've had the super stopper around the ground. Of course, that's an Australian invention. It's the only thing we've invented apart from the lawnmower. No, there's someone walking behind. Of course, it is. Always happens. There he is. What are you doing, sir? Walking behind. Sachin Tendulkar could see a mouse from 150 metres up on the third level. He'd stop a bowler any time.
Well, he's not going to like it, what you're saying right now. That's for sure. He was comfortable with it. The amount of runs he's got, you can't complain, can you?
Oh, it's in the air. Someone there. One bounce. Just one from it. Another good over from Anwar. 4 overs to go. 110 for 4.
कवर जाओ कवर
के फैन बड़े हैं उन सबके चैन
Projected scores there, 12 and over from here, 158. Gee, that might be a good score. Good change up, nice little whip through mid-wicket. Emirates on. This is a time as well, you've got to work out as a batsman, who can you target? Who's likely to bowl those last 3-4 overs? Been bowled very well, Emirates, in this game up to now. There it is there. That'll probably man of the match award or something, win a motorcycle. How can you put that in the plane on the way home? That's, of course, if a foreigner wins it. Pulls it away. Just another single. They need boundaries. They need some sixes.
I think PCB will give a check away, so you can go home and buy one. Motorbike I'm talking about. But this one is just for the sponsors, just to show around. Yeah, well, this is the best place to watch this game. VIP box, for sure.
Maybe, Dino, you could just ride it back wherever you are on the motorbike.
In the air, now someone get under it. It's flying, 2 fieldsmen converging and they take the catch. Big wicket to Andrews. Big wicket to Quetta.
Catching has been excellent from Quetta. Not only this game, but overall they've been superb. Hafiz goes for 12. It's 112 for 5.
112 for 5. Darren Sammy is in the house. By gee, they need a big one from him today. Emirates bowled very well for his 2.3 overs, picked up a couple of wickets. He likes to go downtown, and the skipper's got to show the way here. Strike rate's been poor, it must be said, for this standard. You need to be up over 125 batting in the lower order. So Iftikhar, he needs to get a wriggle on too. Just 14 from 20. Where can he tag Emirates? Where can he whack him? Oh, that's a big shout, and gone! It's all happening here in Lahore. Quetta's on top for sure.
The West Indian has come to the party straight away. Wave off his feet, normal celebration from him. And another wicket, 6 wickets down. And Quetta ruling the roost right now. Iftikhar out for 14, it's 112 for 6.
Well, Emirates on a hat-trick here, folks, in Lahore in the final of the PSL. Chris Jordan comes out here. What will he do? Is he look just to get one or get bat on it? It is T20 cricket. Again, the strike rates are poor. You want it to be over 130, 125 for your batsmen 7, 8, 9. You need to get a wriggle on. Both batsmen on naught. Quetta on top. Big change around in this match. Momentum's definitely swung to the Gladiators. On a hat-trick, so here we go. What would you bowl? Not a good time to bowl a bouncer, I don't think.
Just bowl straight.
Straight?
Yeah.
Full and straight. Here we go. Oh, full and straight. What you doing? You would have had a wicket.
What a wonderful delivery. It just seemed a little bit. Didn't swing, but it just, as it sort of hit the pitch, I think it's definitely hit the pitch. This is the first wicket from the Fees. Quietly taken there at cow corner, mid-wicket should I say. And this was a beautiful delivery. Good length. This came a little bit quicker for Iftikhar. I don't think he was expecting. It was a slow delivery. He was thinking that he's going to come a little slower, but came very quickly.
End of the over, 17 overs gone, 112 for 6.
Peshawar Zalmi.
To go, folks. Peshawar in all sorts of trouble, 112 for 6. And lots of wickets are falling. And it's been 20 balls here since they've hit a boundary. They need to hit at least a few here to get that score up to over 150. Beautifully bowled. And can you believe it? They've got a slip in. Now, have a look at the position where he was there, Hafiz. He wasn't really in a good position to hit it big. Camped under it pretty well there. Good catch. But he didn't load up enough in that bottom half there to actually look to go big. So, Sammy, what can he do? Oh, that's he looked like he was going to go downtown then, didn't he? Nawaz, well aware what he's up to.
Yeah, it's very good that Nawaz is bowling at the back end against Sammy and Jordan. They would like pace on the ball. With the left arm spin just not arriving, we find it difficult to hit him out of the ground.
Ten and over, 139. I doubt it. I don't think they're going to get there.
It was only 6 minutes ago where we were saying they should get 155. It's amazing how quickly a momentum can go in these games. But again, just a couple of quick sixes here, and all of a sudden, bang. But Peshawar have got to be brave here. They've got to hit a couple into the ground, get a couple of these guys to catch a crawl. They really got to get it out there. 20 people have already taken a couple of screamers. Oh, it's an absolute Bunsen burner.
Suddenly you see a different spring in Quetta's players. They've started feeling confident now.
Looking for two, but they won't get it. Now is it up to Sammy to try to launch big here? Navas has bowled beautifully. 1 for 14 from his 3.4 overs.
It's a very tough situation for Sammy also, because what will he do now? Should he go for it, or should he just maybe wait for another maybe 6, 7, 8 balls?
Well, it's been 51 balls since they've hit the last 6. So it's about time they hit one now. We need to go big, Mr. Sammy. There might have been a chance for a run out. He looked up before he got the ball. Should have got the ball first.
Sean Irvine just taking his eye off the ball. A clean pickup and he was in business.
He could smile, but there's a chance to get the 7th wicket. Here we go. Oh, swing and a miss. Great over there for Quetta. Great spell indeed for Basan. That's 115 for 6. Well, Peshawar, 2 overs to go, 115 for 6. Where can they get some boundaries? Oh, is there one out there? I don't think there is. They'll get 2 though.
Bowling.
It's a good field set. He's got 3rd man and fine leg in the circle. And he's got 3 men on the leg side on the boundary. So a lot of slow ones, and maybe just bang it in the pitch once in a while.
Navas, brilliant performance, 1 for 15. Really good performance. Exactly what you want from the spinners in a final. Zulfikar's bowled well. Can he go downtown? Oh, outside edge, luck's a fortune, really is. A bit like Waqar Yunus batting against Craig McDermott. Hit it with your eyes shut.
Well, you really want me to go back now and talk about 1988, yeah? Yeah, they need a bit of luck, isn't it? They need a few more runs to make a game of it, because this is not enough. He's going to swing the bat, and he has decided it, and he needs these sort of boundaries.
See, the way he delivers the ball, I think, Emran, you should be looking to launch over mid-on, mid-wicket area, because he actually angles into leg stump. Even with the fine leg up, he's surely be bowling a Yorker, even try and charge him or clip him behind square. Oh, hit him over there. That should be at least 1. Oh, they're feeling like possessed people out there, they are. Brilliant performance by Quetta.
Dino, you think Quetta is probably the best fielding side in this tournament, or is your team?
Stupid question. Team Red, mate. Team Red. United we win. So he has bowled a couple of length balls here, Emma, and if he just bowls that length, he could get here for a 6. Oh, and he pulls it away again. That might go for 4. That's 4. Length, length, length. You've got to bowl your defensive lengths at this stage.
Well, he set deep mid-wicket and deep square leg back for exactly that kind of length. But these guys are so strong. That inside edge, thick inside edge, and it's raced away, bisected the fielders and gone to the bench.
I know he hasn't played much throughout this series or had many hits, George, but his stride and hitting that ball there, trying to hit for 6, he'll get himself in trouble. He can't have a huge stride trying to hit the ball for 6. Got to maintain balance. Good change up. I haven't seen him before, folks. That's the reason.
Yeah, it's very crucial to bowl those cutters. We've seen the ball spinning a little bit and also keeping low. And I'm sure Peshawar bowlers, they're probably keeping a very close eye on how to bowl on this sort of pitch. It's a slow pitch. It's turning a little bit. It's not going to be easy to chase down any total, but I feel that they still need a few more runs.
Oh, has he got all of it? It's going! It's going! It's gone! Big, big 6. Peshawar, well, they've sort of got their nose back into it. 133 for 6.
आपका शोर बताएगा कौन जीतेगा? पेशावर जीतेगा।
1 over to go. 1 over to go, folks. 256 HBL tournament 6s. What's that? Do Punch Chi. Sort of. There it is. Beautiful shot. Look at the balance and the poise. It's the hips, folks. It's not the arms. It's the hips that create it. Big bat swing.
First one in his spell that he pitched up with a little bit of pace on it, and Sammy smashes it out of the ground.
Yeah, length. You got to look for the crease. You really do. Either 2 feet outside off stump or leg stump Yorker. Now Anwar, how can he finish off here? Or can Peshawar finish off with a flying over? Beautifully bowled. That's defensive lengths, folks.
Peshawar was looking for that big over, and that last over came and it went for 18. They probably would like to have another over of 18. But Anwar, of course, very experienced campaigner. He'll look for that Yorker. He'll probably bowl a couple of slow deliveries also. 13 boundaries, 4 sixes been hit so far in their inning.
In the air. Oh, he's got all of that. That's got an air hostess on it. Throw him another ball. Magnificent 6.
Well, he's not going to spare you from that length. We saw it in the last over also, and Anwar didn't learn from that. That was right in his arm. What is that? That's gone wild.
Well, did anyone catch a craw out there? The pits and catch a craw. He's wound up and oh, he knows it. He's hit that right in the middle. Yeah, just wipe it off. Put it back in the scabbard. Oh, big, big 6. Again, the bowler's got to hit the defensive lines and lengths. Can't afford them to get another 13. Look at the big stride. That's a long stride for me for such a player, but he's so strong. That's in the previous over, straight down the ground. But look at the way he holds the bat high up in the grip, uses the handle. And he's done it again. Has he got enough of it? You betcha! Oh, it's raining sixes at Lahore.
Sami has arrived. Just the backswing that he has might look awkward, but so powerful. This one just short of a length, and he's powered it, muscled it over long on. Fantastic hitting.
Well, again, that length, you just can't bowl those lengths, folks. Not at this level, because guys will, what we say, tag you. Oh, there it is. Put a bike on it. The way he's bowling is about as useful as an ashtray on a motorbike. Rightio, so the fine leg and third man are up. Now, he needs to bowl it full and straight. Try and get underneath the bat. And come on, you've got to stand up here. Beautifully bowled, magnificent bowling.
I'm sure the bowling coach will ask him this question, that why didn't you bowl? This was a better delivery. This was fuller, but of course he played a really good shot. But these two balls, I thought they were very poor, especially from a guy who's played cricket for so long.
So just when you thought we weren't going to get 150, boys, I always said they were going to get 150. I always said that. I don't know where you're so negative. They've got a couple of balls to go.
I think they'll get 170 if you keep bowling that length.
One of them, you should get an extra couple of runs for hitting 100 metres. Magnificent bowling, and they'll pinch a single again. Don't know why bowlers get fed up of bowling Yorkers.
It's very simple. Get under the bat. Don't give them the room to hit the ball. Don't give them that length where they can swing free their arm.
So Samuel on strike. Well, he looked to lap it. He's going to bowl a Yorker for sure, isn't he? If he just drops it a metre short, or even 2 feet short, Bassett, you know where it's going. It's coming up here.
I don't think Sami laps it. I don't think Sami does those delicate shots. He's just going to swing from the hip.
Right, come on, Enver. Get it right. Oh, beautifully bowled. Why don't they run? I don't understand why they're running. And that ends it. What has been a magnificent performance there by Peshawar in the last couple of overs to peg it back. 148 for 6, boys. Why they don't run on the last ball still just beats me.
After getting hit a couple of huge sixes, I thought Anwar Ali came back really well. The last 3 delivery only cost him 2 runs. 148 for 6 in 20 overs. Game on.
Cameron Akmal got a fantastic start. He really did for Peshawar. He got him off to a flyer, played some wonderful shots. Nice line. And hit through the length. Got a couple of good cut shots away. And now the 2 opening batsmen come out. Morne Vangwick and Shazad. Shazad comes out. Well, a lot of pressure on these two. If they get off to a flyer, if they get up to a 50, you don't lose a wicket or maybe lose 1. They're well on the way of chasing down this total.
Yeah, it's one of those totals where you don't know exactly what to do if you lose a couple of wickets early on in first 6 overs. Ahmed Shahzad, the man in nick, played really well in this HBL PSL 2017. And look at this strike rate of 135 with 350s, best of 71. Morne Vangwick. He is a sort of player who'll have a go at every sort of delivery. A big unit, it's a big ball. Century in T20 international. Hassan Ali will take the new ball for Peshawar, who's bowled well in this tournament. Quetta need 149 of 120 deliveries. 10 matches, 10 wickets. Good variation. And I've been joined by great Waqar Younis. Welcome, Vicky.
Thank you, Wasim bhai. Yeah, it's a great day. Great day for Pakistan, great day for all of us, great day for all the Pakistani, not only in Pakistan, but overseas.
Right on the money. Shot of a length just outside off stump. This is a very different pitch. It started off well, and then we saw the ball spun, stopped as well at some occasions. So variation is very, very crucial for even for fast bowlers.
Yes, I mean, not only spinners, but faster bowlers also got to make sure that they bowl those slow deliveries, especially in the second inning. It does become hard because the runs on the board, it's always difficult. And what about this Hassan Ali? He is talent, isn't he?
Really is a very good fielder. He's improving day by day. He has been consistent. He's nippy. He's got pace. Skitty. Bit of away swing from the right-hander. Me and Bakar have seen this, these scenes. Packed house at Gaddafi Stadium. It's really amazing to see this is happening again in Pakistan, and that too in Lahore, isn't it, Bakar?
Look at the scenes. I mean, nobody has ever thought. It's been 10 years, more or less, that we have witnessed anything like this. This is really good. I mean, this is good for the viewers, the spectators, and also for the cricketers. I hope next year when we play again, PSL, hopefully we'll bring more games to different cities, not only Lahore, but maybe Karachi, maybe Faisalabad. I mean, we got stadiums everywhere.
All over Pakistan. We have stadium in Multan, Hyderabad, Quetta, Rawalpindi, Faisalabad, Sheikhupura, Gujranwala, in fact, Sialkot.
What about Sheikhupura? You got your highest there, didn't you?
Those were the days, Vicky. They're off. Peshawar, Quetta here. So what should be the plan by Quetta Gladiators? Get to 40 plus in 6 over? And then a wickets in hand in last 10 to 12?
Look, they have lost some really quality players coming into finals. Most of the big players like Peterson, Luke Wright and Rosso, I mean, they're all gone back. So it has damaged their team. The younger players have just taken their places, heavily depending on this guy, Ahmed Shahzad, in a superb form. So probably Quetta Gladiator would like him to carry on the way he has played this tournament. If he gets 60 or 70, there's every chance. 148 is not a big total.
It's gettable, that's for sure. Another good delivery within the stumps. That's good bowling from young Hassan Ali. Young in good nick. 350 in this HBL PSL. Ahmed Shahzad. 350 in the last 4 games. Good seam position.
Yeah, I flew with him actually the other day. We were sitting together, me, Hassan, and Azhar Mahmood, also the bowling coach of Pakistan cricket team. And I asked him the same question. I said, what is that you look for? We'll probably talk a bit more about in the next over. 1 without loss. Chasing 148, 49. In fact, they need one more run to win that one. Very similar tactics from the Peshawar Zalmi, starting with the spinner. We saw earlier Quetta started with the spinner. So this has been the trend in this entire PSL, and they have been picking up wickets with the new ball also.
Big appeal, it's outside off stump, made maybe. Yes, umpire says not out. Full delivery.
That was very close, wasn't it? There's clear disappointment on Asgar's face. Did it spin? If it spun, then probably going to miss the off stump. But if it's just an arm ball, that is definitely going in toward the stumps. It's a risky stroke, especially against the new ball.
Turned a bit. We got balls. Good ploy by the Peshawar Zalmi. Opening with the spinner Asgar, who's got 5. Direct hit. They're celebrating. Hassan Ali is the fielder. He's comfortable. He looks okay. Let's have a look at the replay. It's all happening here.
Well, direct hit is always dangerous. Decision pending. It's a Qatar Airways decision. Direct hit. Yes, that's gone. That's a big wicket. That's what they were looking for. Peshawar Zalmi, they don't have too many runs to play around. They need wicket. Here comes the first wicket.
Qatar Airways decision pending. The third umpire says out. The first wicket for Peshawar. What a breakthrough. Quetta now 1 for 1.
Inamul Haq is the new batsman. He is the replacement. He is an overseas player for Quetta. He's replaced Kevin Peterson. There's a big shoes to fill. They need partnership.
Perfect start by the Peshawar Zalmi, 1 for 1 going to second over, and this was the wicket. They were quite casual. Inside edge, straight to the fielder, direct hit, always close.
You don't want Quetta to go in a shell. They've got to make sure that they play their natural game the way they play, especially Ahmed Shahzad. That's the run out. Direct hit, and he was gone. Long way. So you got to keep playing your shots. That's the key. 2 for 1.
Quetta Gladiators! Peshawar Zalmi!
Not the best of the start for Quetta Gladiators. 2 for 1. They lost their first wicket. Run out in the last over.
Run rate is also creeping up. It's 8.17. 2 for 1 in 2. Hassan to continue brilliantly. bowled the first over. Give it a charge inside edge, straight to fine leg.
When you're chasing a smaller target like 148, it's not the biggest of the target. What happens, you sometimes go in a shell thinking that I've got enough time, plenty of time, that we will recover later on. But that's not the case, because you put yourself under pressure by playing too many dot balls. So it's very crucial for Quetta Gladiator to make sure they play their shots.
Checked his shot, maybe a slow delivery. He was lucky there, Ahmed Shahzad. Yes, that's what he's just said to his batsman at the other end. Off cutter.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about in the last over, isn't it? That they need to bowl those slow deliveries when the pitch is slow, when pitch is gripping. That's the delivery, that's the key delivery. And as we all know, Hassan Ali is a very smart bowler. I mean, when he first came when played for Pakistan, that was in England, he bowled, he impressed everyone.
Another superb delivery from Hassan Ali, generating some pace, some nip on this classic pitch. Good seam position, going away from the right-hander. Unplayable, I believe.
That's what we were talking about on the plane from Dubai to Lahore. I asked him the very same question, that what do you normally bowl? Because looking at his action, his ball should be coming in. Because high arm, open-chested, but not. Oh! Straightforward catch, straightforward opportunity.
What a delivery. And dropped by the captain at first slip. It was a straight catch. That's what exactly Waqar was talking about. Hitting the right area with good seam position. Outside edge. And dropped.
Got a little big on him. I think he wasn't really expecting the ball to come that quickly. He thought that it's easy. He's coming on a comfortable height. Height was good. It just took off. That's what he's saying to his partner, wicket keeper, probably, who's standing next to him. Yeah, it did got a little bit big on him. He wasn't expecting the ball to come that quickly. Hassan, we spoke about him, that he is skinny. He does bowl a little bit quicker than what you think.
Got quick arm action. He's not a big unit. He's just quick arm action, skitty. When he pitches the ball, it skits. And that's the secret of his success in this PSL. Another good delivery outside edge.
And that's what he said. He said, I likes to bowl that outswingers. And I was very surprised, because I thought, you know, with his action, with his open action.
And I think he also bowls wide of the crease most of the time. With outswing, if he goes closer to the wicket, he'll be much more useful.
You know, with his action, he should be bowling in swingers, you know, with his high arm action ball coming in. But he's got a very good wrist position. That's why he makes the ball go away from the right-hander. And odd time, it does nip back, like that one. 5 for 1 after 3.
Quetta Gladiators. Good start by Peshawar, not a great start by Quetta. To their standards, they need 144 of 102 deliveries with 9 wickets in hand. Slip in place. Asghar to continue. There's a fielder there. Good catch. Very well catch by Jordan. He's got the first wicket. Asghar, and second for Peshawar. Quetta under pressure here. And Abul Haq departs for 3. Quetta 5 for 2.
Sarfaraz backs down the order. He thinks that he himself going up the order, take charge in his own hand. He's a captain, so he wants to take responsibility, which is very good to see.
Hitting from the front, 9 matches, 161 runs. This is HBL PSL 2017, striker 125 with 150. He's one of the best players against spin bowling, so it's a good move and a very brave move by Quetta Gladiators, but the captain himself.
Yeah, he was never close to the ball. The ball was way too short. He tried to just play over the fielder. There was only one fielder. He was probably looking to go more extra cover. The ball did not spin and went straight in Jordan's hand. Yep, that's a crucial wicket. You keep taking wickets when you score less.
Good pace from Asghar. He's not darting it in. He's just bowling it slightly slower because he's getting the grip.
Yeah, he's got a great temperament, Asghar. He's another one, very promising. Probably be playing for Pakistan very soon. Very talented, especially in a longer version also. In a 5-day cricket, I feel that the kind of action, he spins the ball. And there you go, smart bowling.
Went straight to the fielder, Jordan. And he's one of the best fielder in this format. Very quick. 16 dot balls out of 21. Misfield. First boundary for Quetta Gladiators. Pressure off a bit.
You cannot afford that. You have to really be on your toes when you talk about fielding. Because 148 is not a big target. One big partnership and things can go really wrong for you. Mohammad Hafiz was the fielder. The ball was sort of going away from him. Just a little late.
About 5 minutes later, I reckon, Vicky.
Well, he fielded really well the other day. Picked up a couple of really good catches.
It's a different outfield here than Sharjah and Dubai. Sharjah and Dubai much softer. Against the spin, one bounce into the fence. And that's why this guy is so dangerous, Sarfaraz, the captain for Quetta Gladiators.
Yes, it's an easy game for him, isn't it? He comes in and he uses his feet, he backs his ability, and he's getting runs. Amazing. That's why I feel that that's why he's been made captain, because he likes taking risks. And I think shorter version of the game nowadays is all about taking risks. You might lose odd days, but you'll win more games.
Absolutely right. 8 runs from the over and a wicket. Another flighted delivery, another dot ball, good over. 8 runs and a wicket, 4 gone, 13 for 2. For 2 in 4. As you can see, the Quetta Gladiators run rate slightly under. They lost 2 wickets, 2 important wickets. Amateur Rad is still on the crease. He's on 1 of 3. Sarfaraz promoted himself number 4. This is the beautiful city of Lahore, the city of Garden, Paris of East, and Data Ki Nabi. That's the beauty of this amazing city.
I'm not sure if you're allowed to go and sit there, but this definitely is the best place in the house. HBL VIP box.
They're the main sponsors. So they got the best box. Why not? This definitely is the best seat in the house. Required run rate 8.59. wicket. Ahmed Shahzad gone. Quetta is in big trouble here.
Quetta crumbling. They're checking the no ball. Some part of the boot was behind that line. Maybe tiny bit.
Let's have a look. When he lands, maybe a little bit of the shoe was behind the line. Maybe again. It's a big maybe here. I'm not very certain. It will be difficult for third umpire as well to make a decision.
Well, he's taking his time. He's looking at he might be able to. He's not looking at any other angle. I thought he might just go and see some other angle. He might get something else, but from that angle, for me, I think he's gone. Yeah, look at those eyes, man. He's just worried, definite worried. Yeah, there you go. That's enough, I think.
Yeah, that's more convincing, I suppose. Is making a decision. Can't hear him. Yes, that's out. Another wicket. Third one. And Ahmed Shahzad. The danger man departs for Quetta. Quetta under the pump here. 13 for 3 in 4.2. Very experienced campaigner, but 10,000 plus first-class runs, but this is T20 format, and Quetta Gladiator needs good innings from him, and obviously from the captain, Sarfaraz Ahmed, who's on 8 of 5. So big match pressure maybe, Vicky?
Yeah, playing in front of your home crowd is never easy, so you feel more pressure, and this was a loose shot, but he plays that shot without a doubt, and he plays really well that shot. And I think Hassan was just a little bit too good for him because that delivery came a little bit quicker. He wasn't expecting that pace.
Shot wasn't on, especially on that sort of delivery. Play straight back, go straight. He's off the mark. Sean Irvine. Quiet run rate creeping up, 8.71 now. We are into fifth here. Over 14 for 3.
Lot depend on this guy. Sarfaraz Ahmed promoted himself up the order, coming at 4. But he needs somebody on the other end to just give him, support him. I'm seeing a little bit of seam.
It appears he's bowling on a different pitch altogether. He's swinging the ball, he's hitting the right areas, generating a bit of pace and extra bounce. Again, wide of the crease with the angle lip back, and then just went away tiny bit.
I think this pitch might have just quickened up a little bit because of the light factor, because of maybe just a tiny bit of dew also, just skids through. Beautiful shot, pure timing. You don't really need to run after that if you can hit this.
Don't need to hit them very, very hard. Just time them into the gap like Sarfaraz did. That's really was a beautiful shot. Good balance. Good follow through.
Yeah, he plays really well. It does not matter if it's a faster bowler or a spinner. He plays really well against the spin. But he's open for Pakistan also. He can bat at any number. Utility cricketer. This might not go to the boundary. Only 2. Oh, direct hit. You've got to make sure you can't afford to lose any more wicket here. 20 for 3 after 5.
If these two can just whittle away at the target, they've got a real chance.
Cricinjeff.com is the way to go if you watch the game through live streaming. For international viewers, it's cricketgateway.com. Bit of Mohammad Hafiz now. He's bowled well in the last couple of matches.
Yeah, has a very interesting Mohammad Hafiz come on the minute left-hander comes to the wicket in Sean Irvine.
Oh, finds the gap. That's a lovely shot. Exposed the stump, so took a bit of risk. But once it came off, it looked a mighty fine shot.
It's all about Sarfaraz now for Quetta. And we know how well he plays against the spinners. The off spinner, the left-arm spinner, he backs himself with that cut shot. Didn't go as square as he wanted, but more nonetheless.
Taking his sweet time, making sure that he grips the ball properly. There's got to be a bit of dew around. Big sweet, doesn't even run for it. This is magnificent hitting from Sarfaraz. He's a wholehearted cricketer, and he'll give his best.
Yeah, he really is a good cricketer, and he's taking this the initiative here. Again, we've spoken about this being a really good partnership, and these two will be just hoping that they can take this partnership deep, because if they take this partnership deep, they can whittle away at the target and leave themselves between 8 and 9 and over to get in the last 4 or 5 with wickets in hand, and they'll be in the game.
Also, just with the nature of the pitch being slow and turning a little bit, ball not really coming onto the bat, it's important that this man stays for a long length of time, because the other players coming in will find it difficult to play their strokes.
Always busy at the crease. And he's going to accrue maximum advantage before the 6th over is gone. Oh, he's stumped. Would you believe it? And it's Mohammad Hafiz again who's given his team a mighty great breakthrough here. So it's Gladiators who've suffered, and well, for once Sarfaraz missing out on a big shot. I think Hafiz was clever enough to shorten the length and beat it in 5 late. His cameo comes to an end. Gone for 22 and it's 29 before Gladiators struck them.
पेशावर जीतेगा? क्या क्वेटा जीतेगा?
Gladiators 29 for 4. It's in pieces.
Yeah, and as always the case is you always try and target the 6th over because that's obviously the last over of the power play. But really disappointed with Safi there getting out because he had hit a 4 or he hit 2 4s in fact in the over and a 2. You almost thought that he had 10 and that was almost enough because, you know, obviously with them then wanting to take a little bit deeper, it would have been perfect to start the innings.
Saad Naseem is the new man in. The local boy hails from Lahore. Yeah, not exactly there and undone by beautiful bowling from Hafiz. He didn't panic after being hit for 2 4s. He was aware of what Sarfraz can deliver. He went out of the crease and well, he was stumped quite easily by Kamran Akmal. They needed him out there. Skipper is gone. 31 for 4. Yeah, safely playing it for a single now. There's a special coin manufactured for the toss for the finals here. It was the Nestle Fruta Vitals coin, so it had pina colada and margarita on the other side. The 2 new flavors. And it was, I think, margarita that won the day for the Gladiators. And I'm sure pina colada is pretty tasty too. Right run rate running away, 8.46 now. I think Zalmi's, all they have to do is to play regular cricket, percentage cricket, and they should do well from here. 4 wickets down, let the opposition take a risk or two. Target of 149, suddenly looking quite massive.
Earlier off here we were saying how difficult it is to chase in a final, and Mickey, you're of the opinion that you win the toss and you bat.
Yeah, I definitely am, Mazid, just because I think of the pressure of the chase. So if you can get early wickets, you're always in the game, and that the game just seems to run away from you then. So that pressure just builds and builds and builds, and we've seen them take early wickets now as Irvin just takes one to mid-on for 1. We've seen them get early wickets now, which has put Quetta under huge pressure. They need to consolidate this innings now and then hopefully give themselves a chance at the back end to get back in the game. They do bat deep. There's Nawaz still to come. There's Riyad Emirates. Riyad Emirates a good player. I've seen him bat before. He hits the ball extremely hard, plays square the wicket. So he's not a pushover, but they're going to need a big partnership here right now.
Go straight to the field. I think Zalmis are more prepared for batting or fielding for both departments, because in one of the earlier matches at the league stage, I think it was Darren Sammy who challenged his team by opting to bat first, and then he also opted to bowl later, so that they're quite prepared really to handle both situations. Pepsi catch a crow. We haven't seen a lot of shots come your way, folks, but hang in there, because this situation is getting a bit desperate. Some 6 hitting is required.
Yeah, I'd just like to revisit what you said there, Ramiz, around Zalmi. I think Zalmi are a very good all-round team, and I thought Karachi Kings, I thought we were very well balanced, and I think Zalmi are too. The thing that with chasing, we saw them chase 57 and nearly make a hash of it against Lahore, as Irvin takes that one down to 3rd man for 1 again. It just shows basically what we've been talking about earlier around the pressure of the chase. In high pressure games, that chase becomes a lot tougher than setting.
And with the pitch spinning and slowing up also, I think it demands a lot of skill to get over the line. You've got to really time your shots, pick the right ball to hit.
Yeah, it's a right ball to hit, but it's also about stringing those partnerships together, you know. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed with Sarfraz's shot tonight, because they were just getting a little partnership going there, and he had some initiative and lost it away there. Saad Nazim just getting one down the third man.
37 for 4. Gladiators not looking great. 37 for the loss of 4. Need a partnership. Some big shots. Need some good batting in this stage. And now what have we got? We've got Bahar Riaz coming into play after the big 4 wickets. And what a luxury for the Zalmi to have somebody of his high caliber to come in and roll over the opposition. Is quite capable of doing that. 13 wickets in 9 matches. Has bowled superbly. His economy is extremely efficient. At one stage, the most economical bowler of the HBL PSL. I'm not too sure whether that is the case right now. He's not the most economical, but very effective. Yeah, the first wicket was a run-out. And then just hitting the ball down the ground and caught long off. This was a sky which was accepted. Loose batting. Some casual footwork there from the skipper. All right, okay, time to catch up with Zainab once again.
I've got with me Riyad Emirate. Riyad, you came off such a long flight and then you performed this like that. Clearly no jet lag.
It seems like that, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a long journey, 35 hours and counting. Didn't get much sleep while I was here, but it was good to go there and perform for the team. We're in a bit of a trouble here, but hopefully we can recover and get the runs.
What do you make of the pitch? Obviously you've bowled over here. Is it good for bowling, or would you say it's more batsman friendly?
I think it's a bit of both. The slower balls is gripping a bit. When the ball get wet, it is sliding through. So it's later on in the innings it's good to bat, but on top it's a bit difficult.
What about your experience in Lahore so far?
I have no complaints. It's been excellent so far. The people in Pakistan is very friendly. I've been treated well so far, and hopefully it can continue.
And this overwhelming crowd that you've seen?
Oh yeah, it's tremendous. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest, because I've never been to Pakistan before. But it's been excellent so far. So
okay, thank you so much for your
If the car takes the catch, Bahar strikes with his first ball. In fact, second ball. So this innings is nosediving for the Gladiators. Saad Nazim there taking a lot of chance, a lot of risk. They didn't come off. 1 for 4, and Gladiators now 37 for the loss of 5. This fellow can hit the ball a mile, but what about the loss of 5 wickets? Hardly take that pressure and keep moving Quetta Gladiators towards the finishing line. Tough one for Anwar Ali.
Yeah, another clear dismissal there. We saw Saad Nazim getting out, caught Lahan of Wahab. It was just the time to consolidate and work a partnership, but he's trying to play a big shot to get himself out of jail and got out, caught Lahan, which is it's not where you want to be when the team is 4 for 37. They're now 37 for 5 with a hell of a lot of work to do.
That 29th wicket in the PSL for Wahab Riaz, leading wicket taker, both PSLs combined, and he's been terrific.
Nice shot for a run.
Yeah, he has been very good, and it's been interesting to see how they've used him. And I know we with the Pakistan team try and use him in the same way, in that he'll bowl 1 over up until over 10, and then he bowls 3 after 10, and obviously been very effective at the death. So I think they've used him particularly well.
Also, it's his hometown, playing in front of Lahore. It was very emotional, and he was coming here, but he expected a good performance from himself. He demands a good performance because it's Lahore.
Yeah, I know. Just talking to him to the other night after our game against them, he was pretty emotional, and he wanted to come here and give a massive performance in front of his home crowd and in front of his family. So I'm pretty sure he's really pumped to do that.
Keep doing that on this pitch. He's got pace really to bowl that length. And off late he's been bowling the slow deliveries with a lot of method. That's a Zalmi selfie moment plus a Pepsi catch a crore event round the corner, I feel. Really can hit the ball hard.
Yeah, he can hit the ball hard. I think the variation, as you mentioned, Ramiz, that Wahab's doing particularly well is he's hitting the deck. We saw Hassan get a little bit of swing and hit the deck quite hard, and I think that's where the variable bouncing that's coming from.
Yeah, sometimes, as Ramiz bhai would know, on a slow pitch, a really quick bowler becomes difficult because the ball never arrives, and his bouncer becomes even more effective.
Yeah, I like that length from Wahab also, because Anwar Ali wants to hit the ball straight down off a half volley. He's not providing him with that luxury so far. He's not been given any platform to hit the ball down the ground. He keeps it there, this time a slow one on off cutter. Lovely piece of bowling, 38 for 5.
Quetta Gladiators! Peshawar Zalmi!
Those two lines, those two worms, miles apart. All the wickets have been. Scoring rate has slowed down almost to a dead position. Run rate 4.75. The required rate is almost now touching 9.5.
Yeah, it is, and just to hop back on that length, we saw Hassan Ali get Ahmed Shahzad out with a short one as well, where he really bowled it hard into the wicket, and with the little variable bounce and variable pace, that becomes a really difficult delivery to score and becomes a wicket-taking delivery. If you don't give the batsman any width, it becomes tough to score.
The singles really will not hurt the Zalmis a lot. 2 runs taken. If he's not too happy with that fielding effort, I think it takes a bit of time really to adjust to the Rafi Stadium's outfield. Well, more of Q Mobile selfie moment. Way to go.
It does, and what we'll see Irvin do particularly well is he's got to hit the ball out into the sweepers, and they've got to run hard because that's the only way they're going to keep their momentum and score going.
That's a spanking drive. Some relief at last for the Gladiators. Made it look very easy. Once he got to the pitch of the ball, it was all about the end part, the execution, and not over-hitting the ball.
Inside out, over extra cover, very difficult shot.
exactly right, Bazit. There was a lot of class in there. A tough shot to play. You've got to really get down the pitch the ball. You've got to hold your shape particularly well, particularly with the ball turning away from you. So execution outstanding.
Oh, this one a straighter ball from the same action, same landing area. Such a clever bowler, especially against left-handers. He just does the job over after over. His record is phenomenal.
Yeah, he does it. I know. Chris Gale has had his time against Mohamed Hafiz, and Mohamed Hafiz comes on and bowls when Chris comes in. What we tried to do with Chris in the last game was to get him to stand on leg stump to Hafiz, so he got his pads out the way and opened a hitting zone for himself through the offside. So that's something we worked on. I'm sure Sean Irvin will do exactly the same.
But it's such a luxury for Peshawar. You have Wahab Riaz with 29 wickets in 2 PSLs. This PSL, you've got Hafiz with the highest dot ball percentage. So 2 best bowlers bowling in tandem.
I didn't realise that Mohamed Hafiz had the highest dot ball percentage this tournament. That's very interesting. And often you find that though with an off spinner when there's a lot of left-handers around the top orders, which there have been in this competition. So yeah, really good and really well bowled by Hafiz.
Not a bad over for the Gladiators. 10 from it, 48 for 5. That's well fielded at point. Where we got the banter Professor Hafiz. And that's a special box, HBL VIP box. Seem to be enjoying themselves.
Hafiz has been particularly good at backward point this tournament. He took a real blinder against us last Imad Wasim the other night, and rest assured that as coach of Pakistan, I am going to be reminding him of that every time he goes out on the field.
That's cleverly played. It's a fast outfield. Will race to the fence. That's beautifully hit. Use the bounce of the bowler, and Wahab really will have to target the body. Otherwise, Anwar Ali is quite capable of shying away from the line of the ball and playing this uppercut.
He is a dangerous batsman. He can hit those sixes, but here he just used the pace, let it come on. And with Wahab, you can actually use the pace even on a slow pitch.
Yeah, exactly right, Bazid. You can. Anwar Ali is going to have to play a different innings here. We've seen him being used at the back end where he's come in and hit boundaries right at the back end of the innings. Here he's got time now to really forge an innings for himself.
While he was offering a dead bat to that length in the last over of Wahab, he's found a way to manage that length. So an uppercut for 4 and then the single through the slips for it, which means he's exposed the left-hander on strike.
Yeah, and what he's done well is we often talk about as coaches, you talk about hitting a boundary and then getting to the other end. And I think that was the thing that Safi didn't do. Safi went boundary, and then tried to hit another one, whereas we've seen Anwar hit a 4 and then get to the other end, and suddenly that's 5 off 2 balls, which means you're taking pressure off you all the time.
You're in with a chance to be part of that great Pepsi Catcher Karor scheme. Just feel that Zalmi need to think wickets. They can probably go and win this in the last over if they do not pick a lot of wickets in a jiffy, but I think the idea should be really to go for wickets, and especially when Wahab Riaz is bowling, because it's good enough really to give them that extra breakthrough.
Yeah, I like that. That approach is 100% right, Ramiz. You know, so easy now they can just sit back and say, right, we'll just restrict the 2s, we'll restrict the 1s, and suddenly look at the scoreboard and you just get yourself in trouble, where they can close out the game in the next couple of overs if they take wickets.
Who do you think will win the final? Vote now. The vote of the PSL T20. All engrossed in the match. Quetta need 95. Crowd still expecting a bit of a twist. This can't be as straightforward as it looks. Gladiator, they've got to make a fist of things. That's good running. A single of the last ball of that over. And after 10 overs, it's all the fives on the board. 55 for 5.
Especially Hassan Ali, I thought he bowled really well with the new ball. He put the pressure on the batsman.
Just feeling a little intimidated, sitting in between two fast bowlers and fast bowlers of note. So there'll be a little bit of tension in my voice probably.
Relax, relax. We don't bowl anymore.
The man himself, Shahid Afridi. But his team is doing well so far. Required run rate for Quetta, 9.46. Played brilliantly in this PSL 2017, Shahid Afridi. 15 sixes, most by any batsman in this PSL.
As long as the run rate is under 10, and of course they have lost already 5 wickets, it's not going to be easy, but they cannot really afford to lose any more wicket from here on. For the next 5 overs, stick to this. 7 over maybe, Bazid, 6 and over, 7 and over, even if it gets to like 11 and over or 12 and over in the last 5 overs, you give yourself an opportunity. Only single.
Yeah, Q Mobile selfie moment. Got a lot of those. No more autographs now, but it's just selfies.
Zilch, just selfie. Doesn't matter you're half asleep on the plane, they come for selfie. But that's the love.
Really good crowd in today. Even this new stand which has been built, which is called the media center. Only media is supposed to be here, but there's so many people here, they cannot really adjust them all over. Only what, 25,000 capacity, and every seat is being taken, so people have to really adjust. So there are a lot of people have come into this stand also. So you're talking about these selfies, it can be a little bit pain at times.
The problem is these two new stands are named after Waqar Yunus and Wasim Akram, so everybody wants to sit there, let alone the selfie. They want them in those stands.
That looks really good, isn't it, Wasim bhai?
Looks brilliant, awesome. Thanks to PCB. Required run rate 9.89 now. They need a partnership here, at least in last 5 overs. End of the over, we'll come back to it. 60 for 5 in 11.
Peshawar Zalmi did. They picked up 5 wickets in the first 11 overs, and
and also the run rate is pretty low. Somebody's got to really play a blinder from here, or they need a big partnership from these two to win this game. Quetta need 89 runs from 54 deliveries. So it's still in the reach. It's not really out of the reach.
Fine leg up in the circle. He's got mid-wicket, he's got square leg back on the boundary and mid-on. That's a leg side field. 4-5. A very experienced bowler, Jordan, bowling his second over. They need a boundary from here onwards and over. Otherwise, the run break will creep up after every dot ball. It's almost 10 and over now. It's 5 wickets in hand.
Just going back to one of the previous conversations that I had with Mickey, there's no dew at all. We've not seen any dew. There might be a little bit of dew, but in big games, big finals, I think batting first is the way to go.
Yeah, that's the idea, but as a team, you've got to go with your strength. And you've got to do what you believe in. And Quetta Gladiator has been very comfortable in the whole PSL, chasing. But obviously they had big names as far as the overseas play concerned, with the likes of Kevin Peterson, Russo, Luke Wright as well. And that's a big blow. And Mills, the fast bowler from England.
Yeah, they should have sort of revisited their decision, because in Sharjah, Dubai is a different ball game. Over here, a ground is a little bit bigger than Sharjah, or even to an extent Dubai. So I feel, you know, maybe the right decision, of course, when they had all those Petersons and big name Luke Wrights and all of them. But with a weaker batting lineup, it would have been handy if they would have batted first. Big appeal, but that one definitely going down the leg side, or maybe a little bit high also.
Again, hitting the good length, Jordan. He's a bit nippy. He's not giving room either side of the wicket. Within the stump, short of a length. Bit of variation, wide of the crease, nipped back a bit. Maybe height was in question.
It's very tough being an opener and a wicketkeeper, isn't it? It takes a lot out of you.
Especially when you're over 35.
What are you trying to say? That's nicely played. Elegant. We knew that fine leg was in the circle. There was a big gap there. Just a little touch. Beautiful shot.
Jordan trying a variation, trying the slow one, and it went down that leg side. He was hitting a length all right, but this time just that cutter he couldn't execute. Easy pickings when the fine leg is up in the circle.
I'm all for variation, Vicky, but once in a while, but batsman is not doing anything different. And if you're bowling well, why don't you just stick to your normal deliveries? Why bowl up variation when it's not required? And that too down leg side when your fine leg is up in the circle. Another one straight to the fielder. Good effort by the fielder there at short fine leg. Saved the show boundary.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. When there is no need, you don't really need to bring those variations. They're not really looking for big shots. If they are going after you, they're looking for big shot, which we saw earlier when Sammy was hitting the ball. Then you need those variations, and then you need those Yorkers, which I think not many bowlers nowadays bowl those Yorkers.
It's a rare commodity. It's not easy to bowl consistent Yorkers. Maybe that's why.
End of the 12th over, 69 for 5.
कौन जीतेगा? क्या कोयटा जीतेगा? क्या पेशावर जीतेगा? और सबकी चैन है।
10 and over required format now. Exactly 80 of 8. Work cut out for Quetta Gladiators. Need Anwarali to contribute and Irvine to actually bat through the innings.
We've seen that happen before in this format, 80 or 48 deliveries. Just need this partnership. Anwar is on 12. Sean is on 24 of 17. His bowling is the last over. Asghar, 14 for 1 so far in 3.
Don't see those boundaries coming. That's where the problem is. They need boundaries now because run rate's gone over 10 now. So at least one boundary every over. Pepsi gets it all.
What's going to happen here, Vicky? You need to hit about 130, 140 meters.
Yeah, it's a big field. And after the boundary, there's a fair bit of area, maybe 20, 30 yards, and then comes the crowd. You need Gale probably to hit those sixes, or maybe a Freedy can do that.
Definitely one of them. His partnership is worth 34 of 30. That's the big man. Boom, boom. Not playing this game. Got injured.
He'll be very happy now. He won't mind winning the game at the moment. He'll be happy. Lovely bowling. I really like this guy, Asghar. Because you have seen him at the domestic level. You have anything to say, maybe?
Well, first of all, the strength of Sammy. He almost, well, he did hit one in the crowd, so that's one chance, but he just sort of bludgeons it. And just pure muscle.
Big and fast back swing as well. That's for anything in his arc. Gone! Another wicket! Second one for Asghar. 16 for 2. Irvine departs for 24. Quetta in deep trouble.
This Asghar is getting really good. Getting better and better every day. Irvine gone for 24. Quetta 72 for 6 now.
Well, as Nawaz walks in, Quetta 72 for 6. Asghar with another important wicket. He's got his work cut out. The only thing in his favour is that he's another left-hander, so the ball will be spinning back in. You want to be hitting with the spin, but he doesn't have a lot of time to settle. Needs to get going straight away.
He's a fine cricketer, Mohammad Nawaz. He can bowl, he can bat, very handy with the bat. Has scored quite a few hundreds at the domestic level. He's still really finding his feet at the top level. Stumping chance, stumping opportunity. And Kamran Akmal was very quick of taking the bails. There we go, we're going to go upstairs. Third umpire is going to come into play.
Qatar Airways, third umpire decision pending. And Asghar with that skill of getting the ball to go away from the left-hander. Just check the no ball, that's fine. But he's just got the ball to leave Nawaz. Has he left the crease? He has. Has he got back? Oh, it looks in the air. That might be a Qatar Airways out decision.
Yeah, great timing. Kamran Akmal's timing was just perfect. when he took the bails off and the light came on, and I feel the foot is in the air.
Let's have a look from here. Better angle. You can't tell. He probably have made it. From here, he looks that he's in the crease. So that's the better angle. I think umpire will go with this angle with him.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult for the third umpire to give that out. Because yes, the foot did go in the air, but did it come back on time or not? This angle will give us a better picture. Oh, difficult one. I'm sorry, third umpire. Tough luck, mate.
Thank God we are sitting here, not there, where he is. But remember, benefit of doubt goes to the batsman. That looks out from here, though. Different angle, different picture altogether.
Yeah, I think when you look at from the angle, the other angle, you might feel, or is it an illusion? I don't know, but it feels that it's. There you go. Fair enough. I think it's a very good decision because the foot did look for a second that it was in the air.
Another wicket gone. Quetta struggling big time here. 72 for 7. Mohammad Nawaz goes without scoring. Absolutely. 16 for 3, Asghar. What a spell. And I can promise you the whole Peshawar must be very, very happy, and they should be. It's a hat-trick ball. Emirates is the batsman. Nicely played. Good delivery. Good over. 2 wickets. 4 overs gone. 16 for 3. Asghar. 72 for 7.
मोहम्मद असगर के लिए शोर होना चाहिए। क्रिकेट के सामने
Picture if you are Quetta supporters. 72 for 7 in 13. 11 and over required. 77 of 7 overs with only 3 wickets in hand. And what a spell from Asghar. Darren Sammy, the captain, will take the ball. So far it has been a Peshawar's day. Slow delivery. Straight to the fielder.
They definitely missed their overseas players who left after the last game they played in Dubai. This is how the wicket. It was a quicker delivery. It was an arm ball. It was and hit the off stump. Just kept a little bit low also, but excellent delivery. And this was a stumping. What a stumping! Presence of mind by Kamran Akmal. He just picked it up very quickly. Oh, this was a run-out opportunity also.
Kamran Akmal. He's got 200 dismissals. First wicketkeeper ever in this T20 format. 200 dismissal, 90 stumping, 110 catches and 189 matches. He's also the highest run getter in this HBL PSL 2017. Great all-round performance by this Kamran Akmal. Kept well, batted well. That's why he's winning the Imi Mohammad Cap, the green one, the highest run getter in this tournament.
Just carried on with his first-class season. He had a fantastic first-class season, over 1,000 runs, and again knocking on the door of Pakistan cricket. Now, I don't know how they'll have to adjust him or where he should play.
So if he play as a batsman, where would he field? Can he field? That's a big question. No, seriously, that is a big question because Sarfaraz will be keeping. You can play him as a batsman, but can he field?
Well, I've never seen him field though, so I don't know. But he's definitely playing really well. He played really well the last season, the first-class season, and here once again the last knock he played where he got 100, took the team to the final. So I think there's no doubt that he deserves an opportunity. But as Bazil said, that who are you going to replace him with? Are you going to take Sarfaraz out? I mean, you just made him a one-day T20 captain. But it's good that you have have players who are performing really well. That's beautifully played. Hit it really hard.
Sami again with that slow one, too short. Unwarily waited for this and just picked his spot. Slow wicket, you can't bowl that slow one halfway down.
Much needed boundary for Quetta. They need a few more of those. Fine leg up in the circle. And a quicker delivery. End of the 14th over. Quetta 80 for 7. For 7. Peshawar so far firm favourites to win this PSL 2017, but anything can happen. We've seen it happen before. Anwar Ali is still there. This was the first wicket casual, and then the second one inside out, but straight to the fielder. Very well judged, catched, and then not a great shot selection.
And that carried on. Sarfaraz trying to get out to her feet, a little bit of spin.
I wasn't expecting this, to be honest.
Wahab Riaz getting rid of Saad Naseem, a poor shot. Long on, had just been pushed back. But Asghar at the pick of the bowlers, getting 2 in 2, and really getting this ball to spin and straighten.
Sami will be very, very happy with the performance of the boys this evening. They didn't look really too good in the first inning when they were struggling. This man came out and played a superb knock, took their team to a decent total, not the winning total, but a decent total. And then they came out and they bowled really well, picked up early wickets, and that really put Quetta under serious pressure.
Bowling his third over, bowled well, only conceded 13 runs. Another good delivery. That's the length we were talking about. Back of a length, just outside off stump, spot on.
Yeah, you say that. Chris Jordan normally gets the ball very full. He likes to bowl those Yorkers, but using the pitch this time. So he's obviously seen that back of the length ball isn't really arriving, someone nipping through. So he's used that back of the length to good effect.
They're looking the ball short. They're not really pitching it up. And I think once the lights came on, it was a little bit different. Second time around, the ball did a little bit more than what it happened in the first inning. It seemed a little bit more. And I think they used it really well. Hassan Ali, Jordan, all of them bowled really well. They bowled the right length.
You know, whoever will win today, he'll be the champion of PSL 2017. But the ultimate winner for me is Pakistan and Pakistan cricket.
I think credit should be given to PCB also for bringing the game back. That's in the air. Asghar is coming under it. I beg your pardon, it was a pass. And easily taken. No worries at all. That's the air. That he's a pretty good, decent batsman. Batting at number 9, probably still working on his batting. We're asking for too much now from Quetta. 12.97 required with 2 wickets in hand.
Another short one, I think, beaten for pace, trying to hit it over mid-wicket, and the ball ends up in cover. It's just been Peshawar's day, and emphasized by the fact that they have such quality bowling attack.
All the excitement from Peshawar. 82 for 8 Quetta, struggling big time. Required run rate almost 13 and over only 2 wickets in hand. It's a good length. 16 for 1 in 3 by Chris Jordan. Good spell, and Quetta 83 for 8.15.
Zalmi, after 20 overs, one felt that they were probably 10-15 runs short. But that's not the case, because Quetta need a lot of runs, and the required run rate is not a real steep one. Because in T20 you expect the run rate to be 13-14 in the last part of the innings, but it's the wickets column that is hurting them.
Exactly right, Ramiz, and those wickets are hurting Quetta right now. And again, we spoke about it earlier in earlier commentary. It was those wickets right at the front. Those were the ones that really upset them, because if they had a partnership, they would be able to attack 12 and over right now. But they haven't got the wickets in hand, unfortunately.
18 years of age, Hassan Khan. How do you assess his talent, Mickey?
Yeah, he's had a really good tournament. I thought he's been fantastic. He's bowled well. He's, as they run through there for one, but he's bowled exceptionally well. And the thing for me that's impressed me is that he's bowled in the clutch times of the game as well. So he's stood up under pressure. He's been very good in the field. This is the first time I'm seeing him bat, but been very good in the field and been very impressive with the ball, as have a lot of the younger players, which is all good for Pakistan cricket. And we've certainly had a look at some of the younger guys, and they excite us.
Right, time to catch up with Zainab Abbas. She's downstairs.
I've got here with me somebody who needs absolutely no introduction whatsoever, Shahid Afridi. Shahid bhai, Lala, boom boom, आपको हम क्या बुलाएं? सबसे पहले तो ये बताएं, how disappointed are you कि आप ये मैच नहीं खेल सकते?
अब मेरे ख्याल में अब इतना ज़्यादा डिसअपॉइंटमेंट नहीं है, इसलिए कि सिचुएशन बहुत अच्छी है, हमारी टीम बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म करी। यहाँ ख्वाहिश थी बिल्कुल कि यहाँ फाइनल लाजमी खेलूँ, काफ़ी अरसे बाद अपने मुल्क में अपने क्रिकेट वापस आई है और अपने क्राउड में खेलने को बहुत दिल था।
अच्छा, ज़ल्मी का सपोर्ट आज ज़बरदस्त है, उसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
ज़ल्मी का सपोर्ट सिर्फ यहाँ पे नहीं है, ज़ल्मी का सपोर्ट दुबई और शारजा में बड़ा ज़बरदस्त था।
अच्छा, ये मैच की सिचुएशन ऑब्वियसली 87 for 8, क्या कहेंगे एडवांटेज ऑब्वियसली ज़ल्मी?
ऑब्वियसली जो सिचुएशन नज़र आ रही है, 8 आउट भी हो गए, तो आई थिंक 95% गेम तो इस तरफ है फ़िलहाल।
और अपनी इंजरी का बताइए कि क्या सिचुएशन है, कितनी देर लगेगी रिकवर करने में?
अब मेरे ख्याल में 10-12 दिन लगेंगे और इंशाल्लाह ठीक हो जाएगा। स्ट्रेचेस वगैरह लगी हैं तो 10 दिन लगेंगे इंशाल्लाह।
अ वर्ड फॉर द फॉरेन प्लेयर्स जो कि ट्रैवल करके आए हैं लाहौर मैच खेलने।
आप यकीन करें कि मैं उन्हीं प्लेयर्स की वजह से यहाँ पे आया हूँ। अगर वो आ सकते तो मैं भी कराची से यहाँ आ सकता था, तो मैं सिर्फ उनको सपोर्ट करने के लिए, और उनका शुक्रिया भी मैंने अदा किया सारों को, सेमी वगैरह। तो आई थिंक ये बहुत बड़ी बात है, एक बड़ा पॉजिटिव और अच्छा मैसेज दुनिया में जाएगा।
चलें, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका, मैं आपको ज़्यादा देर नहीं रखूँगी। ऑल द बेस्ट।
खुश रहो।
Yeah, a lot of fans would have been disappointed at not seeing him on view today, because the stage was tailor-made for an Afridi blitz.
Yeah, it was, and he's played particularly well this series. He played a phenomenal innings against us Karachi Kings in Sharjah. Nearly got Zalmi over the line. We went from a situation where we thought they were dead and buried, but you know, we've seen some big hits. He seems to have got his timing back. His balance has been good. So he's certainly lit up the tournament.
Another short ball to end the over. It's 87 for, in fact, given as a wide, so it's 88 now. And a ball to bowl.
So often, Ramiz, we talk about assessing conditions, and I think Zalmi have done it particularly well here. They've worked out, and that short balls are quite hard to hit. The boundaries square the wicket are quite long, so that they've made the batsman hit towards the long boundaries. But also there's been just a little bit of variable pace and bounce, and when you're bowling short, that's really tough to hit.
That's gone up in the air. It's an easy catch. Semi gets under it, and so another one bites the dust. The downward spiral continues to hit and haunt Gladiators. It's 88 for the loss of 9. It's the youngster, 18-year-old, who's gone. Hassan Khan goes for 4, and it's 88 for them.
Quetta Gladiators, Peshawar Zalmi. जो Peshawar का ज़ल्मी है, शोर मचाएगा।
Well, just a wicket away from capping an epic moment, an epic day. Finishing on a high, a real high, the Zalmis. Zulfikar Babar, the last man in.
Yeah, that's right, and you know, this is what all 5 teams at the start of the competition set out to achieve, and it looks like Zalmi are going to do it. Just a little bit too quick there, Wahab Riaz, for young Hassan Khan, and ball onto him a bit quick and just spooned the catch to mid-wicket. And Wahab does that particularly well. He's at you all the time, bowls with great pace, so he's got his just rewards there.
A nice shot off the back foot, only a single. Hassan Ali, he can be slippery. He's not very tall, but he gets the ball across at a fairly good pace.
Yeah, he does, and that's been the impressive thing since he started playing in the Pakistan side, is his ability to hit the top of off stump, but do that at good pace, and his speed through the air is particularly quick. And if the wicket's a little bit up and down, he tends to create some doubt because he's got a good bouncer as well. So the batsmen don't commit forward to him because they know he's quick enough to hit them on the head. So he's been a real good find for us.
Yeah, body language is strong as well, and he fields well. He's a good all-round cricketer. Makes room, hits it hard. It's again a nicely appointed fielder, just about perfectly placed at deep mid-wicket.
Isn't it amazing that when you're on top of the game, everything goes straight to the field and everybody says the field is perfectly positioned? That's just what happens in this game with momentum. But again, hats off to Zalmi. They've come out here today. They've looked really prepared. They lost the toss and they've had to probably do it by losing the toss, do it the hard way. As teams have won chasing and mostly in this competition, although I suspected in a final it would have been easier to set.
That's it, victory for Zalmi, and they are the champions of the HBL PSL. Couldn't have been more emphatic in nature. Shahid Afridi didn't feature, but that didn't matter to the Zalmis because they had the game and the firepower and the talent to topple the Gladiators. What a night for them, and what a moment for Zalmi, because they were the best side in this year's HBL PSL, and it showed the way they bowled, the way they batted, and the way they were brilliantly led by Darren Sammy. He's an unbelievably good team, and he led them well in this championship, and they are the proud owners of the HBL PSL year 2017.
They've been fantastic, Zalmi. They thoroughly deserve this performance. Darren Sammy certainly galvanised them, and I think hats off as well to their management team. Mohammed Akram done a superb job. To see Yunus Khan giving back to the youngsters, fantastic. I know some of our support staff, Grant Luden, Brad Robinson, have been involved. It's been a real good all-round performance by the Zalmi, and congratulations to them on a fantastic performance.
Well, the fireworks start, but you've got to admire the way the Zalmis have played out the opposition here tonight in this all-important final. They were the best side and the champions. They look like one. It's the Afridi way of celebrating. An epic win. Just a magnificent result for the best side in the tournament. Happy faces, they are the champions. Mohammed Akram supported the team think tank. Wahab Riaz was astonishingly good in crunch moments. He produced wonderful spells. 14 wickets for Wahab Riaz. Then Asghar also spun the ball sharply. He's one for the future as well. So they've got some lovely young talent.
Yeah, and it's good for that young talent to be playing in such big games in front of such big crowds, because that all goes well when they step up to international level with the added pressure over the game, representing their country, and also playing in front of big crowds. So fantastically well done to the Zalmi, probably deserved winners.
On target, slippery, and Babar Azam had no idea, and so it was all over.
Yeah, that's what we spoke about, Ramiz. Hassan Ali has the potential to hit the top of off stump, and he just did that. He's just run in, hit the top of off stump there, and it all seems so simple, and yet it takes him so long in the nets and practice in terms of their execution. We've seen some fantastic photos there.
I mean, the West Indians know how to celebrate. It was a team selfie moment taken by the skipper. Handshakes all around. Right, this was that moment, and I've got Mickey Arthur here with me. I mean, it's pretty special feeling for a skipper and for a franchise owner, really, to boast a trophy at the end of it all.
Yeah, of course it is. And I know there were 5 skippers and there were 5 franchise owners, 5 coaches, all at the start of this tournament, hoping that they'd be exactly where Darren Sammy is there tonight. So well done to Peshawar Zalmi. They certainly deserved it. Played some really good cricket over the month and came out victors.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great moment. It's a glorious trophy supplied by Swarovski.